Okay.
I think we're live. Live.
We're live?
We are live. Are we live? Anybody checking?
Uh-uh.
All right.
I'm checking, but I don't see anything.
No.
Not on Facebook.
No? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're just making sure we are live right now. YouTube, anything? Anybody out there?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our podcast. We are back after a couple weeks of not being here, and we forgot what to do.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. We are back here. We're continuing our series of interviewing DJs, getting to know some of the best DJs around the Houston area, and bringing you some quality information if you guys want to make more money, get better at your craft, and just chill with us for a couple minutes. Today I am DJ Francisco. I was going to say I'm here with my friend DJ Chuck, but he's not here today. DJ Francisco Elegante Entertainment, and in front of me to my left I have
who? In front of me to my left.
This guy.
To my left.
Yeah.
To my left.
Your other left.
The other
Oh,
left.
my other left. Hey, what's up, guys? This is G-Man with Excellence Entertainment. ¿Cómo han estado? We're back into the grind, huh? After
That's right.
how many weeks?
Two.
Boom. And to my right, y'all's right, but my left is actually Mr. Pedro.
Hey, what's up? What's up? DJ Pete here with Savage Sports Bar and Grill. Thank you very much, DJ G-Man. Okay.
Quítate, güey.
God damn.
Do it again. Watch.
Do it.
Quítate, güey.
God damn.
And today we got a special guest with us.
There you go.
Boom, boom, boom.
We got DJ Jorge in the house.
What's
Is
going
it
on,
Jorge?
George?
What's up, everyone? How you doing? Thanks for having me, guys.
DLF Entertainment. How you doing today, sir?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. It's going to be hard to keep up, man. It's just nothing but laughter with you guys.
You already know.
Oh, wait. We're missing Crunchy Pete.
Oh, yeah. No crunchy today.
No crunchy, huh?
No crunches today.
But he's drinking horchata, though.
Yeah, now what?
John Barboja, bien pendejo. You forgot.
What?
Oh, my God. Erica
No, it's like-
tagging Robert Serrano, and Crunchy Munch. Olis Carlos Ramirez. And we are also live on TikTok.
If you want to
All
follow
one
there,
person watching us on TikTok.
it's
I
getting
don't know
there.
how the audio sounds on TikTok.
Can you,
Oh, shit. Somebody better connect.
Can you hear us on TikTok?
Is the live or best of show? Well, we are live, believe it or not.
Are we?
We are live.
We are live.
And let's go ahead and run the intro for you guys, and then we'll be right back with you.
Arriba, abajo, al centro.
Yeah, the mic's on.
Lovely.
I was not on. It is now. They're hearing us.
Nice.
With the 5, 4.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the podcast Pa'l Centro y Pa' Dentro, our Monday weekly episode. We're live with you guys here with DJ George from ELF Entertainment.
DLF, but that's close enough.
DLF.
Yeah.
Missing letters.
Close enough,
And,
that's
NFL, what?
that would have been ELF.
Elf Entertainment.
Shit.
All right. I'm not that tall, but I'm not that short either.
You're not that short, man. You ain't that short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Today, George is going to be joining us.
George,
Actually, he's dropping off
I am.
gifts for us. Thank you, George, for
Absolutely,
the cigar.
absolutely. You know, I couldn't come up over here, empty-handed, man.
There
I
you go.
appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir. So, what's going on, George? What?
A lot's going on. It's been a busy year. 2020, I think we were it was rough for a lot of us.
Definitely.
Man. The 2020, man, I was like, man, am I gonna make it? And plus, I got COVID.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I
I
was
did
like-
too. Yeah.
I was like, hell, am I gonna make it? You know, my son actually thought he was worried when he came back from school he was gonna find me dead. I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna be all right, man. So, but it was literally just,
It was rough, right?
dude, it was like, you know, like every
Did you-
45 minutes or an
Did you
hour.
get it like the first wave?
Yeah, I got
So
that.
did I.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so it was
yeah, I
just
got there early too.
yeah. So I mean, I was like ibuprofen and
Tylenol.
it was Tylenol, ibuprofen, and what's the other one? Mucinex, and
Damn.
so it was like almost. And then I had a Z-Pack also. So my doctor told me to take that, and I literally like every hour to hour and a half I was taking something.
Yeah.
What
And I was
what
like
month
that.
did you get it?
Oh man, let's see. It must have been right around June. June or
June?
July.
Okay.
Yeah, June or July.
So I got it right on at the end of March, beginning of April.
Oh, right when it came out.
Yeah. So I got it like right away, because everything canceled,
Yeah.
and then my family decided to have a party, even though we weren't supposed to have a party.
Yeah,
And we had a person come in that had COVID.
yeah.
And back then, I don't think it was as strong. I don't think when I got it.
Yeah.
So I had 7 days or 10 days where I was kind of suffering, but 7 days were strong. The last
Yeah.
3 days were kind of like, just kind of waiting for it to go by. And all I did was take like NyQuil and aspirin. That's all I did. Drink a lot of water, lay down on the floor as
Did
much
you
as I
have-
could.
Was your body aching? A lot
Body
of people
aches,
said that-
yeah,
see,
everything.
I didn't
Body
have
aches.
body aches. I
Yeah.
only had like cough, fever, and a runny nose. But it was like, it was like a horrible cough, man. Like I couldn't even say one word and I start coughing.
Yeah,
and it was
exactly.
horrible, dude. And it's you guys know those whiskey balls? The put in the, I know I said balls. I know you're getting excited. I'm talking about whiskey balls.
You're the one talking about balls,
Whiskey
buddy.
balls.
You're bringing up balls. That's on you, man.
So the
Tennessee whiskey.
You're the one that likes to put round things in your mouth, and now you're talking about balls. I don't know, man.
this was kind of square, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's why you gave us the round ones.
Yeah.
No, so
Feel the taste.
because they try to tell you keep your temperature down.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you put ice, it gets all wet and everything, So it's like, so I got those whiskey balls.
Balls and wet.
And
Balls and wet.
balls, And no, and actually that's what was helping me keep the fever down.
I
Man.
bet
And,
it was. I bet it was.
Yeah, I had
I
a rag
Yeah,
with water and ice and everything, so that's what helped a lot. It did help a lot.
it does, man. It just but that cough was just like,
Oh, it was horrible.
dog, man. And then you're walking around, and then on top of that, you're wearing that mask, and you start getting like blisters on the back of your ear and everything, wearing that mask and everything. I'm like, dude, it was horrible. It sucked. So
Yeah.
And
Glad
then-
those days are over.
yeah. A lot of people they're like, oh, that was never true. And their COVID didn't exist.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I've
please.
had I've had some friends that lost their parents due to COVID.
Yeah. I
I
hear
lost
you.
it. I
Well,
lost
I lost an uncle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Join you guys since you guys are already firing it up.
Fired
Tell
up.
me I lost my bullshit.
I keep telling you, man. That's why.
Why?
That's why Pete got sick, man. He don't
sure.
smoke cigars, man.
I think so too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
That
don't-
has to be it.
You got to have bad habits, otherwise you get sick, man.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
bad habits.
Way too many bad habits.
Yeah, way too many.
Yeah.
Don't need, I
bad
don't need to
influence.
ask.
Oh my god.
Hey, have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that documentary about that church, Luz del Mundo? Have
No.
you seen that?
Sálvese
So-
quien pueda.
Sabes de quién pueda. No, so it's actually it reminded me because you played that, but so no. Well, here a funny story. I knew some people that went to that church,
Yeah.
and they would always tell me, "Oh, you should join the church. It's this and that, and it's if you really want to believe about the Word of God, blah blah blah." And I went, and I was like, well, it kind of, I don't know, there's just something didn't seem right. Well, anyway, now they have a documentary, man, where the actual. Well, they call him the what's it called not Jesus Christ, but they basically call him like he's an apostle. That's what they basically call him. Anyway, so it's been for generations, like almost 100 years or something like that. I think it's close to 100 years, and they basically just been having like these little group of little girls that they were raping and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's
It's crazy, man.
Damn.
It's crazy. Yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, there's one on HBO Max and there's another one on Netflix. I'm over here advertising for them. So what the hell?
I don't know. You getting a
They're
cut
not
or what's
paying- they're
going
not
on,
paying me
man?
For this shit.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our DJ show will be back.
Today's show was sponsored by.
La luz de qué del infierno.
La luz del mundo.
All
y
right, man.
La luz al final del túnel.
All right, George. Let's get to some DJ
Let's get
shit.
some deeper shit. Yeah, man. All right. So
Well, now I want to bring something up that I shared with some of the people here.
it's not balls,
I
is
don't
it?
think-
I mean,
no, sir.
make
No,
sure,
sir. I
okay.
keep those to myself. Thank you. I don't
Oh
like.
my God, this is
I
gonna
don't
be one of
like-
those shows.
Yeah, I don't like rubbing myself with balls like you do. Okay. So anyway,
Bring the fever down.
sana con
Bolitas de rana.
bolitas de rana.
Bolitas de perro. Damn it, guys.
Everybody,
me started.
everybody who's watching, they're like, "Are y'all ever gonna start this?"
I
shit?"
know, right? Sorry, sir. You opened the door on that
Hey,
one.
we're 15 minutes early, so
Yeah,
we're,
yeah,
yeah.
we're warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just the warm up. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it.
We're just gonna tell him, aguántese chingado.
This is not gonna be one of those 3-hour ones, though, is it? You know,
Nah,
man.
probably not.
We don't know.
Maybe 4.
Might be 4 or 5. Yeah.
Nah, we stopped doing that a while back.
So
See how much coffee I got here.
what I was, what I had shown these guys was an advertisement for a company here in Houston that has a lot of event spaces. That was looking for a house DJ to do their weddings
Oh yeah.
at the huge rate. You ready for the rate that they were paying?
Be ready.
$35 an hour.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Yeah. I could probably buy a pair of shoes, and after one day. work.
$35 an hour.
But how many hours?
Minimum 4.
Well, it's 4 minimum. I mean, if you
Wow.
think
I mean,
about it,
maximum
it's
five, yeah.
$140.
So yeah.
I mean, you want to go do a wedding for $140?
wait, 35 and 35 is.
70.
70,
Okay.
7, yeah.
140.
And 70 times
you know,
I
2.
know my math, fool.
I
I know
only
my
know.
math.
I'm sorry. I only know big numbers.
Yeah, I only know big numbers. So,
Get the disclaimer out of the way, John Barbosa. Oh,
Por
Chuck.
favor.
So
Oh,
you
Chuck
know,
is here.
but you know what's crazy is there's actually guys out there that will do those gigs.
oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's crazy because I posted it up in this little group chat, and a couple of guys were quick to say, I just went and applied.
Oh, damn.
I was like, really?
Sheesh.
That's crazy.
It's a shame that a lot of these guys, and I get it. Some of them are hungry; they want to get started and whatnot, but that's really not the right way of doing it. Because when I got started, the way I learned is, this is back in the day because I started on vinyl. But if you wanted to be a DJ, the best way to learn was, well, not the best way, but if you wanted to learn, you would basically carry the other DJs' crates of
Because
vinyl.
that was your initial
Yeah,
coming up. That was part of your job.
Right, you were basically just paying your dues, and you were out there like, okay, well, I'm going to carry the crates, and in turn, they would teach you how to DJ. But these guys, they basically go on iTunes. They're like, okay, I got 4,000 songs. I'm a DJ, and it's like, no, there's more than just having the music.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are hungry, and they're taking these gigs like, oh, hey, will you do our house party for $100? And then the most famous one that you'll get, I'm sure you heard it. Oh, we'll feed you, and you can have whatever you want to
You can
drink.
have
And
any
it's like,
drink, any beer.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, dude, I don't need the drink, man. I just need my money. That's
Yeah.
basically it. But the way these guys are doing it, they don't realize that they don't see the potential of money you can make
Oh, yeah.
doing this. Guys have been doing it for a long time, like you
Well,
have.
they see it, but they came up with a very dumb excuse.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb
I love that
excuse
one.
on the chat
On
that
the
I
one you were
posted
talking
on.
about? Yeah.
Yeah, one of them said, hey, if you want to work, you have to play their game. That was the dumbest comment I think I've ever heard. You have to play no, you do not have to play their game.
No.
Okay, if you play their game, you'll never get anywhere. Exactly.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, I did a gig Saturday, and was it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday that I did it, and it was more of a production gig. I was just running sound, and they hired a DJ, and I was like, oh, okay, they got a DJ, and I was talking to the guy, and I can't remember his name, but he says, man, yeah, I've already done 14 gigs this week and this and that, and next week I got 16 and this and that, and to me, I thought to myself, you know what? That right there just tells me that you're not charging enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
hell
if you got to do 16 gigs, man, I mean, unless you're
Was
making
that in,
$1,000 a piece.
In one day?
Yeah, no,
No,
I was
1
like
week.
16 gigs in a week.
What the?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so if you're doing 16 gigs in a week, that just tells me you're doing these $100 gigs or whatever, Because I mean, you sure as hell ain't doing $1,000 a gig. Because
No.
I mean, but they get excited. They're like, oh, I got all these gigs, and
Yeah.
and it's like, well, that's
It's
great,
like,
and all, but
congratulations for being the cheapest DJ out there.
well,
Hold
and
on.
not just that, you're working a hell of a lot harder when you can make
Yeah.
Carlos,
with one
are you
gig, 2 gigs, you can make, who, Carlos? I heard something.
Carlos Ramirez.
Carlos
is there.
Ramirez, are you there?
Oh, I don't know if Carlos is.
Luz
Yeah.
del mundo.
No, there's a lot of guys out there, man, that I don't get it. And especially like in the Washington area, there's guys that'll do like 6 hours and then they'll split it between 2 guys and they only get $150. And I'm like, well, you're doing 6 hours. It's 2 of you, and you're basically making making $75. And it's like you could go work at McDonald's and make more than that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, is that like private events? Or,
no,
or
the bars, like some of the
Bars.
bars, yeah. Because and see, a lot of these guys, kind of like what you were saying, that they're like, oh, well, you got to play their game or whatever. But a lot of them, they get
Yeah.
excited because they'll tell them it's like, oh, hey, I'll pay you $125 on the bar tab, and so these guys are all excited. Oh man, I get to drink, and to them it's
Yeah.
exposure. But they don't understand the business because, and I know you're gonna hate me when I talk about
Oh
this,
shit.
but you buy a bottle, let's say for $25.
Yeah.
And you get roughly 20 drinks out of that bottle, okay? And you're selling that. Let's just say $5 minimum a drink. So that's basically $100 out of that bottle. And if you got 300 people in one place, how many bottles do you think they're gonna go through? And that's what these guys don't realize. That 25, that what costs them $25, they're basically making what, $75 profit.
Yeah.
And if you're, let's just say that throughout the night, you went through, I don't know, 15 bottles, or even 20 bottles. These guys are making money, not to mention, if they got food or if, they're charging at the door or whatever. And then you get these guys, oh yeah, I'll do it for $125.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are making the killing, and they don't care. And it's really mostly, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but it's mostly Houston bars. Houston is probably one of the worst when it comes to paying DJs at bars,
Yeah.
because they don't care. All they want is noise. Now there is some bars out there that will pay DJs really well, like August Hospitality, which is basically Whiskey River, Drink Houston, all that.
Yeah.
Roxy, they own all those clubs, and they paid well, but they also knew the value in having a good DJ. And some of these, mostly sports bars, I should say, they don't care about the value of a DJ. They just want some music in there and people drinking. But then that's what's ruined the market, is a lot of these guys, they're kind of like, well, yeah, man, I'll get to drink and I'll meet girls. And then, to me, it's like, if you're doing it for that, you're doing it for the wrong reason. If you're trying to make money,
Yeah.
And if you're trying to make a career out of it, because I'm sure you guys have heard it, it's like, oh, you're old. And I'm like,
I've never heard that.
yeah, right.
So-
Well, no, but the thing is, how many? There's
Yeah.
how can you say a DJ is old when we're basically kind of like the original generation of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
As far as I guess my age, but
Yeah. We're.
but you're not old, and a lot of these guys that are 19, 20, they're like, oh, you're old, and I'm like, no, we're just the experienced guys. Is all
Yeah.
it really is. Yeah, we are older. I know I'm older, but I don't consider myself old. Like, I'm not that guy. When I
Yeah.
get 70s or whatever, yeah, maybe. But
Yeah, we're living longer nowadays, and
it is, man. It's what's funny is Generation X, versus Z.
yeah,
Of course,
Gen
the
Z.
Generation X, it's basically a lot of 40 or 50-year-olds, man.
40 to 50,
We're not really like, the way we remember, I guess, when we were kids. We don't, it's different.
Yeah,
Now,
it's different.
it's not. We don't. I guess you could say we don't get to that. We don't let the age get in our head.
Nah.
Where it's like, oh man, I'm already old, so I got to act a certain way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but going back to
stretching it
these
out.
DJs that are, willing to go do weddings for $35 an hour. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
And they're signing up to do them.
Yeah, and then
It's $140 when they're probably paying the DJ about at least $1,000 for that.
oh, easy.
yeah,
At least.
Yeah, and and then these DJs get all excited and post up on Facebook. Oh, I'm the official DJ of these places. Well,
Yeah.
that's just telling me that you're the cheapest DJ on the market.
So Michael Vasquez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael V. Huh?
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
He's up there.
I haven't talked to him in years, man. I think Mike and I need to we got a lot to catch up on.
Cool.
So,
yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah. He overall he's really is a good guy, man. Yeah, man. It's funny. I actually know a lot of these guys. I was watching one of your shows, one of the podcasts, and I saw some names. I was like, oh, I know this guy. I know that guy. And of course, you guys had Mario and you had Crazy Legs, and Mario. I met him back when I was at Tailgate.
Yep.
He was at Pro Bar. He was
Oh,
at
yeah,
Pro
yeah,
Bar, and
exactly.
and he used to come out there on Wednesdays, and he was always really cool, man. The funny thing about Tailgate, this. So the owner, his name was Steve.
Yeah.
And he was very like basic. He didn't want you to have any kind of turntables, or he didn't want you to do any scratching, and like Pete, I would get a lot of shit because I started with virtual DJ. Well, I don't want to say I started, but I used virtual DJ.
Exactly.
We're gonna have that conversation also. But,
all right.
But at
Matter of
that time,
fact, hold on a second here. Matter of fact,
Disclaimer, please.
a disclaimer.
it wasn't virtual DJ.
It was,
something else. It was
PC
Atomic.
DJ.
cute.
No, I was using PC DJ.
It was PC DJ.
It was PC
yes.
DJ for a while.
He
Yeah.
introduced me to that.
Yeah. It's-
He was working at. You were working at Core
original.
Store.
I was working at Core Store. That was
Yes.
and that was when that was Newmark Q. Remember Newmark
Exactly,
Q?
the Newmark Q.
And, Newmark Q became a virtual DJ, and it's
Well, I think it was Virtual DJ, and then Newmark who did their own to their controllers.
Yeah. But yeah, I used PC DJ for a while. It took me a long time to get into using a computer, because I didn't start using a laptop until 2005 maybe.
Okay.
So it was mostly CDs.
There wasn't a lot of options though. That's the other reason.
Yeah.
You had Tractor, Virtual DJ, or PC DJ.
Well, I had a
And-
bootlegged version of BPM Studio.
BPM Studio. Oh,
that was
nice.
That was a nice system, man. But it was bootlegged version, and you couldn't find a controller to. It was all mouse.
There was no control. There were like 2 controllers that did control BPM Studio, but that was a good program.
Yeah, but back in the day, remember, you couldn't afford those programs. I
No.
think back in that day, they were like $800. I think BPM Studio was like
I don't
$800.
remember.
I don't know about BPM
1200
Studio.
bucks.
I just know that as soon as I learned about that software, I immediately went and built my own rack-mountable computer.
For
and-
BPM Studio?
no, for PC DJ.
PC DJ, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you had the best. But you had to have the best.
you had
Well,
to. Yeah,
we used to make those remember those little square boxes we
Yeah.
used to make, and
The server Rex.
back in the day, we were like, oh man, hey, look, dude, I got 100 gigs in there. We were all excited about having 100 gigs.
It was probably like a gigabyte of storage, 2 gigabytes.
yeah.
Oh, the RAM,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
RAM, yeah.
You know, all excited because you had a dual core. Hey man, I got
Yeah.
a dual core.
You went all out.
Yeah,
And of course, we were. Well, I know you use a MacBook now, don't you?
Yeah.
It took you a long time to get on the MacBook, though.
Oh,
Because
It
you
did
were
and didn't,
PC
'cause
for a long time.
I was
man.
PC for the longest
Yeah.
time. You're right.
Yeah, you were, man, and I was too. I didn't start. I don't think I got a MacBook till 2011, maybe. So, but I kind of had to learn the hard way. It's like, hey, look, I see why a lot of these guys are using,
Yeah.
MacBook, and
Yeah.
I've always kind of been I don't want to say late in the game, but I've never been one of those guys that kind of like, oh, look at me kind of thing, like even for social media, man, I've never been one to, oh, hey, look, check me out, I'm here, except for when I was doing other, bigger events, but that
Yeah.
was, and it wasn't really more like, look at me, it was just kind of like, oh, check out this cool
but see,
thing
now
I
that's
did.
something you got to do nowadays. You
do,
have
and
to
that's-
do it.
and that's
You
that's
have
what
to.
took me a long time
That's
to kind of,
that's the now
yeah,
mentality.
it is, man, and
It's
and
the me.
but but at the same time, you got a lot of guys that they'll have 30,000 followers
Yeah.
and no work.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's
Well,
like, okay, well, that's
Bedroom
great.
DJs.
Well, we know about those.
Yeah, there's
How they get those followers
Oh, yeah.
and all that.
you can buy them.
You can buy 'em.
cheap
yeah.
too.
Well, it's kind of like those, like a lot of the guys that are flashing all these $100 bills, and I'm like, just in case you didn't know, you can get that at Amazon.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
$29.99.
And it says on there somewhere
for motion picture purposes.
Yeah, for promotion. Yeah,
Yeah.
You can get a stack. Though. You can
Oh,
get a
yeah.
stack of $100 bills, and these guys are all flashing it and everything. I'm like, yeah, it's not real.
Yeah.
But I mean, people just do it just for likes, for social media
Yeah.
likes, man, and
For the likes.
yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to work it, you can make money through social media.
you can,
And
yeah.
but I think it's harder work.
It's a lot. It's funny you say that because I started earlier this year. I started a YouTube channel, and I haven't actually done any videos in maybe 6 months. But it's hard, man, because you're first you got to think of okay, what am I going to talk about in this video?
Your audience.
Then the other thing is, what order are you going to talk about it? Because you got to have something that you already know what you're going to talk about, what order are you going to talk about it in. how much time you have for the video. Then you got to go back and you got to edit it. And if you got other stuff, you got to show. Like there's one video I have where I'm talking about the karaoke sign up software that I use, and I'm literally having to switch, I guess you could say, camera angles or whatever. And some of my other videos, like I did a Pioneer mixer for Mega DJ Center, and you can tell where it's like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, kind of thing. So, but it's a lot of work, man. It's having, you have to have the right sound, you have to make sure that your video, the right lighting, everything, dude. It's a lot. And then with me wearing glasses, it's like all the glare, so now I got to find a different angle for the light. So it's a lot of work, man. But but there's guys out there that are making
they know
a
how to
killing,
make
man.
YouTube is a special one because you got to have the audience. You have to cater to an audience and then continue to cater to that audience. And hopefully that audience has enough followers to where you can do something with it. Because if you catering to like 5 people and you do 100 videos for those 5 people, then what's the point?
Shut up. So I saw you looking at the way I was lighting up. I saw that, dude.
I was like, shame.
He was probably afraid you were going to burn his mustache.
That's exactly what I was wondering.
In the years that I've known Pete, I've never seen him with hair, dude. Actually, I
was born this way.
I went to his house many years ago, man, and I forgot, we went in one of the rooms or whatever, and I see this picture, and I see this guy in a police uniform.
Oh shit!
A bunch of hair, I'm like, this dude had hair, man.
I don't think
Halloween costume.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think I've ever seen him with hair either.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find that picture and bring it here, man, so you can.
Or not.
Or not. So
what's your main? What do you DJ the most?
Oh, man, I do everything. I do pretty much any kind of genre of anything from Tejano to salsa, hip hop, a little bit of norteño, country. I mean, dude, if you were to go on my Spotify list, you'd be like, "What the hell is this guy listening to?" And you're a DJ, but I even got like some opera, some jazz in there,
But what would be your favorite? So if somebody booked and you went and did an event, and you're like, "Man, that was the perfect gig."
Oh, dude, 80s,
what would that be?
80s and 90s.
There you go.
80s and 90s are by early 2000s. Anything after 2008. It's just all been trash. I mean, in my opinion,
I agree.
2008. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of the hip hop nowadays. It's not fun anymore.
Nah.
It's not like the Tupac days and the Notorious and even in the early 80s when you had when you had those rappers and you had the breakdancing battles and all that. And now it's just kind of like
mumble rap.
That's all you get. And then on top of that, they double time everything. Like the beats, like 70 beats per minute, and everybody's double timing it, getting into it this way, and it's like, no, dude, it's 70 beats per minute. It sucks, but if I'd have to say for me to have fun DJing, I would say 80s and 90s, man. 80s and 90s hip hop by far, man. It's fun, and even when I was like when I was talking about Tailgate. I had a DJ Main Event came up to me one time. We were actually having this discussion a while back. He says, "Man," he goes, "I remember I came up to you one time, man, and you were just an asshole." and I was like, "Well, it might have been because you know how it is with bars, man. You get people that are drunk, and then they come at you and they're asking you stupid stuff, or they say something stupid like, "Hey, you got something I can dance to or something?" And you got a full dance floor. And everybody's into it, but you got some idiot that if you play it now, it meant everybody will get into it.
Trust me.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna love it.
Yeah. So but Main Event, he came up to me one time and he's like, "Hey man, so you don't use turntables?" And I was like, "Nah, man, that's old school. I don't use turntables." But actually, that's how I learned. I learned on turntables, but I kind of have a weird way of the way I stayed DJing, because when I first started, I actually started with a band. Well, so right around the time I was 16, I started DJing, and the way I got into it, I was like going to parties and I'd see these guys, like on turntables and playing vinyl and stuff, and so I got interested, And my first vinyl was actually remember that song Planet Rock?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Africa
yeah.
Bambata.
That was that was my first vinyl, and I started DJing on vinyl. But then I took interest because in middle school and high school I was also in a band, so I was like, well, I want to play in a band, and so I got into a band, and you don't realize it until you get older how much drama there is in bands. Everybody has their ego, and everybody wants to be the spotlight, and so that didn't work out. So then I went got a regular job, and then after I lost my job, I was like, well, hell, what am I gonna do? Because I used to work for Nissan, so I got laid off, and I was like, what am I gonna do, man? So I was like, well, hell, I guess while I'm looking for a job, I'll start DJing again. And so I started at Sam's Boat over there at the Fountains, and I think it's called the Pub or something like that now. And so I started there. And then before you knew it, people were like, hey, do you do parties? Do you do weddings? And, it started growing. And then after that, it just kind of became a business. And I've tried other, I got into the engineering world for a while. And, these corporate companies, man, that's why people are like, well, it's funny because as DJs, we're the least respected. But yet we're the ones that are always the main backbone. Like
yeah, that's true.
Like I just did a gig for that production gig I was telling you guys about. It was about technology. And they were talking to these kids, these high school kids, and they were saying all about technology and, how much you can do and blah, 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 and how much has changed. And I'm like, hello, you guys wouldn't be on those microphones if it wasn't for this technology we have. Because, I was like, so I had the board over by the side of the stage, but I was on an iPad, And back in the day, you couldn't do that.
No.
You'd have to have the board right in front of the house.
Yeah.
And so, so the audio industry is just really, and the DJ industry is really, I don't know if I want to say neglected, but it's underestimated.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
is.
you could say.
It is.
And a lot of people don't realize you can make really good money doing it if you do it right. If you do it right, And so so then it just all turned into a business, man, and I've been doing it since. And then I worked for Core Systems for a while, which you remember that. I was with Core Systems for a while, and from Core Systems, after they went out of business, I used to deal with Vin from Mega DJ Center.
Yep.
And that's before Katrina, when they were in Louisiana. And when they moved here, I went over there. I was looking at some equipment. He's like, hey, man. He goes, I'm looking for somebody to speak Spanish, And I'm like, oh, well, hey, man, I'll ask around. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm talking about you. And I was like, oh. And I was like, well, man, I'm booked. He's like, no, we'll work it out. And I worked with him for a while. And then after I started, customizing turntables and fixing them. Matter of fact, Crazy Legs, he used to have some Chameleon turntables, really nice, man, and I customized it for him. But anyway, and that's when I started getting the itch for turntables again, man. And then I was like, all right, well, let me start getting back into turntables. And I've never been one like a big scratcher or nothing like that, but just the mixing and all that. Yeah. And now as I've gotten more experience, just DJing more, I have more fun on turntables DJing just because it's just all the feel of it and everything. That's like even the controller I have, it's a Rev 7 because with the spinning platters, it just has a better feel. It has the
center.
Yeah, no, not the center. I was going to say the pitch. The pitch
on the top,
with
like
the
pitch.
Yeah, it's on top. Battle style.
Yeah.
It's what's funny is because when I first got back into doing playing on turntables again, I set them up the old school way, just regular style. And I remember one of the guys like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm setting up turntables. Why? How are you going to play like that?
The sideways, the
and I was
ways.
like, yeah. And that's the way that's the way I learned. But then I had to kind of adjust to the battle style. And it's funny because I did an event with Kid Capri, and he's the same way. He's like, he's going to have an old school way.
Yeah.
He doesn't like him battle style. And
it's just how you got it. And also, like, if you're not used to it, the arm gets in the way, I think.
It does. Well, if you're a juggler and all that, it does get in the way, But nowadays, even you got the what's it called? That little Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The phase.
Phase.
The phase. Yeah. So a lot of guys are doing that now, and then of course you got the controller, the Rev 7. So I mean, you can still kind of get the feel like turntables, and it's fun, man.
It's heavy. It's heavy though.
That Rev 7, it's suckers heavy, especially with the flight ready case.
Is it really?
Oh, dude, it's heavy.
I've never picked one up.
Basically, think of carrying I guess like a
So you're saying
turntable and a half.
the Rev 7 is heavier than the 1000?
Oh, the
Yeah,
1000 is nothing, dude.
because they have motors.
Yeah.
They have the motorized
Yeah.
Oh, I
platters.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, that Rev 7 is
Super
heavy, dude.
heavy.
It is heavy. It's probably a good with the case. I would say it's probably about 45 pounds or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
up there,
more.
man.
Oh,
In the house.
let's
DJ
welcome DJ Raspas.
DJ Raspa in the house.
So
We
I
have
see,
this-
I
this
see a lot of
Franklin.
names on there. Yeah, you guys don't ever bring them on the show?
Michael, yeah, Franklin's been here. Michael Vasquez, I prefer my Ray 1. And then Michael Vasquez also says, drunks always want to be the DJ, going back to the earlier comment
that's
about
right.
people coming up.
Oh
and-
yeah. You know, it's funny because it's like, well, you have people now, especially because, you know, social media. Like, well, here's the hardest part is, you get people that do these little clips on TikTok, and it's not a song that's on the radio, and then people are like, "Oh, can you play blah 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 blah?" And I'm,
Yeah.
"The hell is that? I didn't even heard of that. Is that on the radio?" No, I saw it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
TikTok,
yeah, it
and I'm
happens all the
like,
time.
"Dude, I mean, I'm not gonna have that, man."
Yeah.
You know. But you always have that one guy,
Yeah.
dude. Well, play it off my phone.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
Play it off my phone, man.
Hold on.
Everybody will dance. You know.
Where's
It's
my? I changed everything. Where's that fucking sound? Estás bien pendejo. Yeah. Well, can you play it from here?
yeah, dude. You know, so DJ Notorious, I learned something from him when I used to DJ at Drink Houston, and I would tell him, dude, it really annoys the hell out of me when people bring their phones, and it's not like they, hey, can you know play?
Yeah.
They literally put it in your face,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I hate
yeah.
that. That annoys the hell out of me. So he told me, he's like, you know what I do now? He's like, what's that? I was like, what's that? And he's like, what I do is I just take the phone and I put it in my pocket. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. Then I get on aid. If anybody lost their cell phone, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna start doing that, man. So
That is awesome.
and people are like, oh no, get that damn phone out of my
Get
face,
that
man.
shit.
You know, yeah. So
Or the scrolling text.
yeah.
Bad
Bunny, Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Peso
for,
Pluma.
I think for
Peso
next
Pluma.
year, yeah, when the Bad Bunny people start doing that
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
I'm just gonna bring a squirt gun and
like cat,
Little
get a
sprayer, yeah,
cat,
little
man,
sprayer.
little sprayer,
So
yeah.
Franklin's saying that the Rev 7 is not heavy. You just got to work out. Victor Vargas says, "What's up?" Michael Vasquez says, "Mashups. Whenever you do TikTok mashups, because you know TikToks are like 10 seconds,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the other 3 minutes, what the hell are you gonna do with the song? They just
you
stand
know,
around.
Michael V, I used to give him hell about his music, man. Because Michael V is always, and he'll probably laugh about this. Is every time he'd come out to gigs with me sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, I gotta play this song. Oh, dude, I got the remix.
Oh shit!
Like, dude, and everything with him was like, I got the remix. You know,
Tejano Hometown Boys remix.
Yeah, no, he
an
always
intro?
he was always and he's a good DJ, man. He's got all kinds of different mixes and stuff, man. So there's a lot of good guys out there, man. I've met throughout the years, man. That I always tell people is like, man, no matter how long you've been DJing, you're always learning something,
Yeah.
man.
oh
You're
yeah,
definitely,
always,
definitely.
You have to be open.
you know. And there's then you got the guys that are just like, nah. It's just that this is me. I know what I'm doing, you know.
Yeah.
And you have to be open minded to learn more, man, because there's technology changes for one. Music, there's so many genres now, man. It's like even like that, like even like stuff like and I mean I know I'm Latino, but like gigs that require like banda and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I can't do them, man.
Me neither.
You know, I don't know the music.
I don't like circus music.
Well, the thing is that there's so many different styles now. You know, like there's a buddy of mine named right. Well, like my buddy Silos, DJ Silos, he asked me to cover
shit.
for him one time at
Ojos
not
Locos.
Ojos Locos. Yes, you know Silos.
Of course.
Okay, so he asked me. He's like, dude, can you cover just for a couple of hours? And I was like, bro, I don't know the music, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I got you, man. I got you, you know. And he gives me this bootlegged folder, man, a bunch of YouTube downloads or whatever.
Oh shit!
And I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, don't worry about it, man. I'm sitting here texting him. I'm like, hey, dude, what do I play? Like, he's like, look, man, just listen to it.
Oh shit!
And if you hear the horns, play it. So,
Ding,
dude,
ding, ding, ding.
right?
Yes, go on.
Go ahead, play the music. Play the music.
Yeah.
I was like, play the music. I'm gonna tell you this story. It was at one time.
Go on. Yes.
It was at one time, and I was sitting there. So anyway, no. So he tells me, he goes, yeah, man, just play out the folder,
Oh
no
my
big
God.
deal. So I'm like, well, fuck it. It's, I mean, I hear horns, man. I'm gonna play it, and I play it, and you hear these people, they're going all crazy, dude. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm playing, but I guess you guys like it, man. So, you know, and
shit.
well, no, here's the funny thing about
my
it,
God.
man, is that. So I was supposed to cover for him for 2 hours because he had a gig. He had a wedding. So he's like, hey, I'm going to do the first 2 hours. You finish it off for me. I was like, all right. He goes, they might ask you to stay for an extra hour. He goes, but they probably won't since you don't,
Yeah.
you know, you're not
You're gonna
really
fuck it
know
up.
what you're going to be playing, right? So, dude, that 2 hours turned into an extra hour. So I was like, okay. So I'm over here texting him. I'm like, dude, what do
No,
I
what the
play,
fuck?
man? He's like, man, just play anything off that folder. You'll be fine. So then I go to the manager. I'm like, okay, so I'm almost done with that extra hour. Dale otra hora, no importa. I was like,
Oh, shit.
So I ended up playing 4 hours, and I was
Damn.
like, dude, I was nervous because I was like, man, I don't even know if I play this already or what. 'Cause I didn't know the music, man. But
It's like you're playing Asian music.
right, dude, I've done some of those gigs too. Like, and I'm like, I don't know what it's saying, but it sounds good, So, but I actually have a gig in 2 weeks, man. They want Bollywood music during
Oh,
dinner.
heck yeah.
And I'm like,
During dinner it'll be easy. Just
Do you?
yeah,
put a playlist together.
I
And let it run.
got to find something
you-
because I don't
Oh,
know.
I'll set you up with that.
Yeah, man, that'd be great because
Yeah.
but yeah, like I said, anything that has to do with we'll see, like what I've learned at like Mexican weddings, like Mexicanos, from
Yeah.
Mexico, is that they don't like gringos. When you have their dinner, you're playing chill music, mellow.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
With Mexicanos, hey, ¿qué es esto? No, hombre, no se pone a dormir,
No, yeah.
and they want something. They want the cumbias and all that already, and I'm like,
Banda,
yeah, and I'm like, really? Right now? I'm
Yeah.
like, people are still eating, but it's, I guess tradition is just it's just a little
play regular
different.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, man. I thought it was just kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah.
but they would get mad at me because, like, Mexicanos are hard on other Mexicanos,
Yeah, they are.
because like for me, like if
You're
I go do a gig,
expected to know
right,
what
well,
they want.
Well, not just that, but like for me, like if I go do a wedding for 150 people, I might bring 2 subs and 2 K12s or something. But for them, no, hombre, no traes nada, and I'm like,
That's all you got. That's all you got.
and I'm like, bro,
Súbele.
it sounds, yeah,
That's all you- no
yeah,
sana.
and I'm like, it sounds good, but they just no.
The same uncle walks like 10
Yeah.
sides.
Well, remember back in the day, they wanted you to
Yeah.
bring those Sirwin
Sirwin
Vegas.
Vegas. Four Sirwin Vegas.
Four
No.
per side.
And then JBLs.
JBL.
No, not JBLs. JBLs.
JBL.
So son las pibis, las pibis.
Las pibis.
Las pibis. Sí se oye. No, man, it's times have changed, man. It's just it's music. I actually just I think I told you that I bought that the Bose.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
little tower system.
Yeah, the tower, and that sucker is loud, man.
Yeah.
That sucker is like, because it's got a 180-degree spread,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a good little thumb. I mean, I wouldn't use it for like real big events, but like anything with like 100, 125 people, dude.
Yeah.
It's perfect, and that's just with one.
Nice.
And that sucker sounds nice, man. I'm like, damn, they're expensive as shit though. So,
Was it like
But,
2K? Around
yeah,
2K, right?
they're $1,900, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, I
But
ain't
that's
got.
the one that has the sub, right? On the side?
Yeah, it's got no, it's got the subway built in.
Built in, yes. Okay.
Yeah, well, not built in, but it's a sub, and then you put the.
You just stack them on top of each other.
Oh, excuse me.
No, that's a different one. You're talking about the bass cubes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No,
somebody. I thought you were
he's-
talking about a person or some stack them on top of each other. What are you talking about, man? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Sucio. It's the kind of conversations that Pete likes. It's like when he told me, he's like, "Hey, man, I want to bring you on this podcast called Pa'l Centro y Pa' Dentro." What the hell, man? What kind of pornographic show you bring?
Well, actually,
And he was like, "I'm down.
Actually,
I am down."
Well, that's why I texted you earlier. What time?
Centro y Pa' Dentro.
What time is the strippers gonna be?
He was ready.
I mean,
Perfect timing, too.
Yeah.
no, man. But it was funny
Problem is
'cause I
that
was like,
George was looking for male strippers. That's the problem.
oh, shoot.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
careful now. This is
Carlos.
2023, you might offend somebody.
You might offend somebody or invite somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A little bit of both.
But yeah, man, I like I said, I enjoy doing a lot of the old school stuff. When I was at Drink Houston, man, it was kind of cool because I was primarily in the karaoke room, and which we'll talk about the virtual DJ here in a minute. But it was kind of cool because it's Todd, which is the guy that's in charge of all the DJs. He was like, you know what, man, a little bit of music, and sometimes he would put me in the retro room.
Yeah.
And dude, I would just love it in there because it was 80s and 90s, and so I was playing all kinds of cool stuff, back in the day. And then Notorious, who was in the Latin room, sometimes he'd be like, hey man, I can't work, can you cover for me? So they would switch me over there, and somebody else would do karaoke, so I'd be doing my salsa, my cumbias, and so yeah, I can do bachata, cumbia, salsa, merengue. But you put me in some banda, I'm like, yeah,
Damn.
I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
Bunchies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I'm with Pete on this one, man. I can't do the circus music, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's man. DJing is fun, man. A lot of people
It
don't.
is.
You have to have a passion for it. That's the
Yeah.
other thing, is that if you don't have a passion for the music, there's why do you do it? And that there's a lot of us. I mean, kind of like we were talking about Mario, man. Mario, that dude, he's got a day job, and you know, he's getting home at 3:00 in the morning, and then he's up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. And I'm like, why do you do that? But it's just the love. He doesn't need the money. You know, I'm not saying the guy's a millionaire or whatever, but he might be though. He might be, I don't know. No. But what I'm saying is like,
you hear that, Mario? He's calling you a broke dick.
All right. No, but I will say those guys like so like Mario and Crazy Legs. Those guys, they
love it. They love it.
They love it. They have the love for the music. They don't actually need the DJ.
No, they don't.
You know,
no, especially Carlos.
Carlos got a great. He's got
his own
business.
company. He's making his money.
Yeah,
he loves the DJ.
Yeah, he has the passion for the music, and I think that's what happens with a lot of these younger guys. They lack the passion, man. They just want to be DJing for the exposure, for like, oh, I get to meet these girls, or I get to party and drink, and they don't have the passion for it.
Or the quick buck too.
Yeah,
bucks.
Yeah, well, $125. And
like, they just don't know the business side of it.
They're making $10 at McDonald's. So.
yeah, but
plus the tab.
You know. But you know, again, goes back to what I was saying though. This industry is so disrespected because a lot of people, you know, they'll ask, especially as an older person, they go, well, what do you do for like? Well, I'm a DJ. Oh. You know, that's all you get.
Is that a real?
Well,
job?
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that.
And then Pete rolls up with a Tesla.
But yeah, well, but that's here.
Yeah.
Like when me and Frank went to China.
Yeah.
And you tell people you're a DJ in China, they're like, really? Yeah. They get all excited.
Yeah, we actually got invited to a bar just because.
Oh, you told me the story. Yeah.
We went to we got the grand tour in Beijing. Of this bar, and they were showing us how they're expanding it, and then we got invited to another huge bar.
Yeah, when they were opening, they were barely building it.
Yeah.
There was like concrete everywhere.
Oh yeah, they were treating us like kings over there.
Yep.
Well, you know, that's funny you say that because so back in the day, during my peak, I guess you could say, I used to do a lot of stuff for Macy's, so like MAC Cosmetics and like Chanel and a lot of those companies, and I was DJing, I want to say it was for Chanel or something like that. And this girl comes up to me. She's like, oh, my God, can I get a picture with you? Can I get an autograph? And I'm like, bro, I'm nobody, you know. Like, you know, she's like.
Mr. Nobody?
No, she's like, Mr. Nobody. And she was like, no, I'm from Brazil. I've never seen a live DJ like this close. And I'm like, really? I'm like, you know, I'm sitting there thinking it's like to us, it's just no big deal, you know.
Yeah.
And it, like even when I was doing stuff for the Astros, man, I would have these parents come up with their kids. Oh my God, can they take a picture with you? And I'm like, dude, I'm nobody, you know. And then you know once the people from the Astros, they're like, no, you don't understand. You're part of the Astros, so
part of the stuff.
They look at you like Orbit or you know one of those guys.
Nice.
That dude makes a lot of money, by the way.
You know, it's funny you mentioned how parents do that because when I was DJing over in Kima for the summer rock fest thing that they do. I was DJing there, I think every Wednesday. Anyway, I still remember there was this little kid came up and was like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I looked at him. I said, "Oh no, the band is right over there. I'm just DJing. I'm nobody." Yeah. And the mom comes over. She goes, "You are somebody." I was like, "Well, all right then, thanks."
But
yeah, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny, you know, because it's like people. I guess you don't realize it. You know, they look at you in a different way. Like when you're doing those type of events, like for me being around the Shooting Stars, which is the cheerleaders for the Astros, to me it's like no big deal. Like these girls are like, "Hey, what's up, girl? You know, listen, that no big deal." But then some of these people, they see them and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a Shooting Star!" You know, and they get all excited and they're. I mean, they're cute girls or whatever, but. To me, it's just like you're, you know, just another chick that I remember when you were trying out. You know, I was, you know, but it's just, you know, it's just weird the way some people see it that way.
Just got another fan on the.
Hey,
comments.
Victor, take a screenshot right now.
No, and
he wants a picture of him.
Oh,
there.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah, but no, but it's just funny the way it works. You know, like when you're doing those events, you don't really think like that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
But a lot of and kind of like what I was saying earlier about the how you know a lot of bars here don't really care for the DJs. It's just more like whatever. We just want some noise so that way somebody can come in here and drink. But if you go to like, say for example, you go to Miami or you go to New York or you go to LA or even Chicago, I think it is, even Austin. And dude, you can play old school, you can play like EDM, you can play whatever, you know, as long as it's good, people are in it.
Yeah.
But here in Houston, it's not on the radio. So yeah, that's old. And it's like, dude, what's on the radio sucks. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But let's go back to this Astros thing.
Oh, you're talking about virtual DJ. I was like, all right, I got you, man.
Oh no, we're gonna get back to that as well. But you were DJing.
Virtual DJ era original.
You were DJing for the Astros there for a couple seasons.
I did a couple of seasons. I was blessed, I guess you could say that I was able to DJ a World Series.
Yeah, and you got something special from that too, right?
I did, man. I did.
And did you happen to bring that special item?
No, she didn't come with me today. So. No, I did bring it with me. It was great, man. So the way this thing happened was,
I see you whip it out.
Let's see what
I see you whip it out.
Actually, you know what? I have a urination sensation. I am gonna go whip it out.
Yeah,
I have to urinate. So hold that thought.
Yeah, well, wash your hands.
Michael Vasquez DJ'd for Ed Hardy, Inc. Macy's. Yeah, he did a couple of it. Nice. Going on 33 years DJing, still have my day job. It's Michael V. DJs are artists once you start getting to know. Know what? That was DJ Rasta. Oh, shit.
Remix.
Oh my god, this guy's gonna be funny, huh?
Yes.
Risas.
DJ Risas now.
I think I'm gonna kill the Twitch. I mean, not Twitch. I'm gonna kill the
TikTok.
TikTok. We had all but I think we had 3 people on TikTok.
3 people still.
Yeah.
Peace.
I have one.
Okay.
Solo.
I don't know.
So,
what do y'all think, man? Put some comments. DJs once they start getting known.
oh, okay. When?
61 viewers on
always
TikTok
home,
for 51
We're
minutes.
not gonna know you if you're still home.
So Franklin, you have to show me how to get viewers on here. Oh, I guess you gotta be mixing. Mixing live.
So pinky one.
Yeah. So,
salió-
hey,
me
this is
salió-
pretty good.
Me salió regañón.
¿Por qué?
Pues me hizo toser.
Son gay? Son gay. Oh shit.
Sunday.
Hey Franklin, when are you coming back? All the way to
Yeah.
Katy.
Katie, that's it.
Katy is only like an hour for you.
Take 99 all the way.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing.
From
Pregunto por Carlos. Oh, he's asking if we're gay for Carlos.
Oh.
Well, you gotta tag Carlos so he can come up.
Yep.
Ever since
Come
he was
out.
on the show,
So you can come up for air.
He was still hiding. He wasn't coming out. Book me a hotel. Ay, papá. Lo que quieras, mi amor.
Lo que quieras,
Carlos will keep
chiquitita.
you company.
Oh,
Get you a
yeah.
hotel here in Katy, and Carlos will be there with you.
All right, Pete.
All right, you gonna whip it out?
I'm gonna whip it out. So
you guys
don't
gonna whip it
don't
out.
get excited.
Live
man.
on cam. He's whipping it out.
There you go. I'll let you guys.
Oh,
pass it around.
Whipping
Oh,
good.
god damn. Look at this beauty, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
like
Which
she
camera are we
had,
gonna go to? This one right here?
No, that one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
No, mine.
Okay.
I don't want to drop it.
Yeah, don't
Pull
drop
out.
it, please.
Is that okay?
Yeah. You can
Okay.
open it.
Pull it out. She
It's
said.
got
I'm
my
whipping it
name
out.
and all that on it. So
Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is what I call a ring. Look at that. Where am I going?
Ahí está.
Look at that beauty. That is sexy right
There
there.
we go. What year was that?
Thank you. That was last year's World Series.
Damn.
So it was. So the way this thing started, man, was it had a lot to do with the experience that I have from.
Oh, damn, it's stuck. I guess I'm
Oh,
taking it
shit.
home.
Yeah, sure you are.
Yeah, right.
I got some cutters that'll cut that thing right off. Man.
Right here, look.
I know what I was about to say. Right there. You wanna look at it?
No,
It's beautiful.
So I had the experience, and Pete, you can attest to this, 'cause Pete was on the rodeo
Anybody
committee
know
with me for a while.
Paul
Oh, yeah.
Peters?
What's that? Paul Peters.
Peters.
I don't know if I
This
do.
looks like 3 dildos talking.
What happened to the fourth?
I know.
I feel.
Who's not the dildo? That's what I want to know.
That's like
Right.
that's like when
I
you
think
you
he
have
was
a,
here. I think he was here when you when you were in the restroom.
Oh yeah, no. I was going to say it's kind of like when you take a picture of 4 girls and then you tell them, "Wow, you 2 look great." And all 4 of them were like, "Who the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Which one of us?" So yeah.
Mas puto.
Mas puto, mas puto.
Yeah, stop ordering pizza and Chuck don't come around no more.
Dude, where is the pizza? That's I came here for the pizza.
Chuck's supposed to bring the pizza.
So I ordered this shirt. Since we're talking about pizza, I ordered from Amazon. It says, "I want pizza, not feelings." So I was gonna wear it today, but it didn't come in. So, but
or the pizza.
or the pizza,
Or the
yeah,
pizza.
man, I'm telling you, man. But no, so the way I got with the Astros years ago when I was doing the rodeo committee, I was in charge of the for a while there when I was a vice chairman, I was in charge of the command center. So in the command center, you're basically wearing a headset and you're constantly on the radio. But in that same area, in that same room that you're in, you got anything from medical to housekeeping to HPD to what's going on at the rodeo. So you're constantly hearing a bunch of talking and stuff like that, and your radio's going off, and you're kind of watching what's going on with the committee. So when I got with the Astros, what a lot of people some may know, but you're also wearing a headset, and so you're having to hear everything that's going on. Like, hey, we're gonna go to this camera. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. So they kind of like the experience that I had, where they're like, okay, well, this guy can kind of multitask. Yeah. So there was this other guy, myself and this guy named Johnny. He was on radio before also. So he was on KRB and KSBJ. Okay. So he kind of do the same thing, multitask, where you're listening, you're talking, whatever. So they kind of took that into consideration. So in 2021, I did the postseason, and then come World Series and went to the World Series. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys are aware, when like, let's say for example Super Bowl, when someone goes to the Super Bowl, the teams are out of it. Like, they have no control over their team. Like, anything from security to food.
The NFL organization takes over.
They take over. They take over everything. Yeah. So the same thing happens with the World Series. Major League takes over. So you don't have like your own security. Major League puts that
brings
together.
in their own. Yeah.
So in 2021, they brought in the DJ for the Texas Rangers, and a lot of fans were upset about that because they were like, wait a minute, how are you going to bring a guy that's a kind of our rival, as a DJ? But because he was already approved through Major League, that's the reason why they used him. Long story short, we lost the World Series.
Shit. So
then the following year, we had to go through this whole, I don't know if you want to call it tryouts, but basically when we DJ'd, because we were all, we mostly just do what's inside the stadium, and then the stuff that's with the shooting stars, and then some of the fundraisers and stuff like that. And so they basically we had to be approved through Major League. So we ended up DJing, some of the other events, and then Major League also pays for the away games. They have events at Carbach, so they pay for the DJ and everything. But again, it has to be approved through Major League. And so Johnny and I were just kind of splitting it, but Johnny ended up getting booked. So he couldn't do any of the World Series games. So I ended up doing all the World Series games. But it kind of worked out because he ended up doing the parade. So I wasn't part of the parade. He was part of the parade. So that was kind of cool for him. But for me, it was really cool because, I was there for the first championship in Houston. So it was like, because we've never won a World Series. The first World Series we won in L.A., I think it was. And the first one, of course, here was I happened to be there for the first World Series,
one
in Houston. Yeah, so that was a blessing, man. And at first, I was like, well, that's cool. I got to DJ a World Series. That's something for my resume. And then what was it, March? I think it was March or April. I get an email and they're like, hey, we need the size of your ring and what you want. And I'm like, what? My ring? What are y'all talking about? It's like, okay, cool. So I send them the size, and it took them forever. I didn't get it until July, I think it was.
Wow.
So, yeah, but they gave everyone a ring, But of course, they always get the coaches and the players first.
Yeah.
First, yeah.
And then we don't get the ones as nice as theirs.
Yeah.
But we only get like one stone, one diamond, and the rest are like, and then the white gold, and that's it. But I mean, it's still cool. I mean, to me,
that's it. I'll take it.
No, but to me, it was like, even if I don't get a ring, just the fact to
being there, the experience.
The experience, and then like there's other guys that DJ for the Astros, but they go through what's called Astros media. So
Yeah.
they play outside in the stadium and whatnot, and they get to come into the games and all that.
Yeah.
And I think there's another guy that plays in the Michelob bar. I think he's there like every Friday night whenever they have home games. And but we're actually like right there,
On
pretty
the
much
field.
on the field,
Yeah.
sort of say. And we're center field. And the only thing that sucks about it, you got to watch out for flying balls. Not the kind of balls you're thinking.
She's-
about.
that's what she
Not-
said.
Not
That's
the
what she
kind of balls
said.
you're thinking. About.
not the Tennessee ones.
No.
No. He's used to the whiskey balls.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's used to whiskey balls.
The solid one.
Tennessee
Yeah.
whiskey.
Tennessee ones.
Yeah, no, man, and so it's just it's really cool because like I said, not many people have that experience. Sorry, quit watching me the way I blow, dude.
That thing is flaming.
I see, well, you see, Pete's over here smiling. I'm like,
He's
yeah,
worried
dude.
about you gonna get him burnt.
He's like, "Ay, guapo."
Hi, Poppy.
All right. So yeah, man. So that was an experience, man. I was very blessed.
So
'cause-
how hard is it to be a DJ at the Houston Astros or any baseball? sports?
it's kind of hard. Well, okay, so the way it actually really works, and I'm gonna pick on you about this one
Go
too,
ahead.
man. Because I heard him say when Carlos was here, he's like, well, it's not about what you know,
shit.
but who you know. I was like, really? I was like, okay.
Why?
Man.
Okay.
No.
Go for it, go for it.
I'm
No,
messing
no,
with
go
you.
for it.
No,
I don't mind.
but the thing is, you're right. It is about who you know because the connections.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I got
didn't-
some friends who are police officers, but I can't be a cop. I mean, I'm not, I'm not qualified to be a police officer. Maybe I am, but I'm too old, I think, for that anyway. But the same thing is like I know people they're in politics. I never want to be a politician, but I'm not qualified to be a police officer. Maybe I am, but I'm too old, I think, for that anyway.
What the hell?
But the same thing is like I know people.
Go ahead.
Dude, I got scared the shit out of me.
We got a clone up in here?
Did I die or something? My spirit is talking to me. That was weird, man. That was weird. What the hell?
That's what you get for picking on me.
Right, man.
I'll make your ghost disappear.
Right. No, but my point was that even though you do
Yeah.
have those connections, you
Right.
still have
You still have to know.
you have to
what you're
produce.
doing.
Yeah, you have to produce still, and then that's the thing with the Astros is that the experience that I ended up getting from being on the rodeo committee in that command center, it really helped me because so you DJ for the first hour and a half, and that's just you strictly DJing. But then after that, you're doing everything that they tell you in here.
Yeah.
So they control your volumes. They control how much of the song you play. They tell you what camera you're going to come on. They basically tell you, hey, get your crowd ready because, so to look good on TV. Like, hey.
So you're actually doing announcements over the.
No. I don't
Okay,
do those.
okay,
No,
okay.
that's Bob Ford. He does those. He's been there forever. But no, they basically tell you, like, hey, the camera's going to, as soon as this commercial or whatever video that they're playing on the big screens,
Yeah.
they tell you, we're going to come on to we're going to come to you, and then they'll count it down like, okay, in 3, 2, 1. So you're listening to that.
Okay,
You know.
apparently this Paul Peters is a new Facebook user. So
He sounds like a real piece of shit. Why don't you just boot him?
No, I have a feeling that's one of those DJs that talk shit behind our back and
Of
now
course.
made
Yeah,
an
just
account.
boot. Can you boot him?
Yeah, well, probably.
Hey,
But it's a new user?
There's a-
Yeah,
Of
probably
course.
his name
Coward.
probably name starts with an I or something.
Probably.
Like
He's just some coward.
what did he say?
that. He's just talking shit.
He's just talking
Yeah.
shit. Just freaking
Well, there's those
idiot.
guys. There's those guys. I mean, they
mean,
they
Those
don't.
are my number one fan right there.
I mean, it's really easy. If you're being a douchebag and you don't like what we're saying,
Yeah.
No,
Get
he
the-
made an
get-
account just to.
I know. Just
He made
to,
an
just to do
account
it.
just to be on here.
Just
What
to
an
be
idiot.
on here and talk shit.
Well,
Okay.
you know what's funny is most of those guys that are talking trash are the guys that are not really booking.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And then the ones that
And
are
if they're booking, they're
yeah.
cheap.
I was going to say it was going to lead to me to that some of the guys that I got 25 gigs this month and yeah, you're also
That's
getting
probably the guy.
$100 for each one of those too.
Exactly.
Man.
Well, $35 an hour.
Yeah, $35.
No friends, no photos, no info.
Oh, imagine that.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Oh, we got a fan.
We got a fan.
We're a lifelong fan.
Hey, what was Cat Williams? What did he say? What does he say? Haters, I know you're out there. Thank you for coming. And we appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So yeah, we appreciate.
Keep
you
talking
know,
shit. We know who it is.
Yeah. So we appreciate you for all the hate. That just gives us more viewers.
Definitely.
That's right.
Yeah, the more viewers, the better.
Of course.
Absolutely, man. So thank you.
You're 10% of our viewers right now.
Doing that bad, huh?
Oh, he put a picture?
Let's
No, because I said they have no picture, no nothing. They put a picture in the
Oh, he
second.
put a
how
picture.
quickly they did that.
see. Is that a Kodak moment picture?
Let me see. No, that's probably downloaded from.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure somebody else's picture.
I mean, it looks like legit though.
No, it does not
They
look
just
legit.
created it. When
Like-
did they create it? Go
like-
up. Go up.
Like legitimately like an asshole, or
2020.
like, you know?
No, they said just
No.
created.
I don't know. Probably.
It's just created.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this new
Adios,
Facebook
amigo.
account, Paul Peters.
Okay.
Paul
Yeah.
Peters. I don't think I know the guy.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah. Make another account. We'll see you later.
Yeah, baby.
So yeah, man, it was like I said, the World Series was a blessing, man.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it's an experience. And this year I didn't do it. We didn't. The guy that was doing the bookings, we really didn't come to an agreement, and so I'm not gonna say who he used,
It's
but
all right.
but it's my no.
But you at least got a ring.
It gets better.
Oh.
So it was my understanding that he got a phone call during the game from the Astros, and so I'll just leave it at that.
Oh.
If you get a phone call during the game from the Astros, that's not a good sign. Let's just say that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
During the game.
So, during the
Damn.
game. Yeah. So I don't know what happened. We didn't go into detail. Or I didn't get the details, but man, it's one of those things. You know, I mean, you're talking about the World Series. You know, for example, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I had a guy from Japan, a camera guy, and he was all over my face. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I thought it was like ABC or Fox or something like that. And that's the other thing. You can't talk to media. You're not allowed to talk to media because
really?
yeah, they have to get it approved.
Yeah, so you don't say
Yeah.
something that'll get them
Right,
in trouble.
right.
Yeah.
So everything you do with the Astros, man, you have to maintain a really, really just professional, you know. You just have to be very professional, especially
Yeah.
even like I was saying, you know, you got people that come up to you with their kids, you know,
Yeah.
taking a picture and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird sometimes too, because like you get people walking by, because you know all social media, so you got people walking by with their phones like this, and I'm like, okay, that's just weird, man. Why not just ask me for a picture or whatever? But
That's gotta be weird. That's gotta be
Yeah.
real weird.
yeah, it is. It is weird. Yeah.
It's like when
But-
you're DJing and somebody's kind of like walking by 10 times in front of your.
Yeah,
I had one kind of look down and see what kind of subs I had because I hit them under my
Oh,
facade.
yeah.
He walked like 10 times and finally had the balls to look down.
There's a DJ that I know. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, he used to go to the gigs that, you know, where I would be at, or some of the other DJs, and he'd sit there and he'd be like,
Shazam.
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
Shazam. Or that, or he would just walk behind it and he'd just take a picture of it, you know. And I'm like, dude, why don't you just ask?
Yeah.
Why don't you just be like, hey, what song is that, dude? You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
no kidding.
I do. Like if I got a mix of that, or a song that I haven't heard or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, like that's pretty good. What is that? You know, I mean, we're not gonna have every single thing. I always tell people that is like, they're like, well, you don't have this song, dude. I'm not the internet,
yeah.
man. You know, I have, like there's some guys that they're proud of, you know, playing off YouTube or whatever, but the quality
Yeah.
of the music
It's
sucks,
not the
man.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is like, I like to have quality music, so, you know, that's the reason why I don't have every song out there, you know. And it's the same
Yeah.
thing with like I was talking about the music. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where the client wants banda, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at it, man. So why am I gonna go make myself look like an idiot when I don't know the music? I'd rather just say, hey, you know what, I don't know it, but I got a guy, DJ Silos,
Mhm.
you know, said that can
He's a
do it,
master
you know.
at that.
He is, and he's just, everybody's got their own way of doing stuff. Let's just say
Yeah,
with the music,
definitely.
Because I'm like, dude, like, okay, whatever, man.
So
If
you do everything, weddings, quinces,
I do weddings,
corporates.
I don't do a whole lot of quinces anymore. The quinces I've kind of stayed away from because they're long, man. You know, they're long. I mean, seriously, you got like I was telling you guys earlier. You got people that want you there at 4.
Yeah.
Starts at 4, and then it goes to 1:00 in the morning. And I'm like, and then a lot of them, they're like, oh, our budget's only $300.
Oh, sheesh.
You know, and even weddings, dude. You know what's funny is that weddings, you know, people will pay $5,000, $7,000 for flowers.
Yeah.
And then you tell them how much you want. Oh no, well, I mean, you're only going to play music.
Yep.
Well, equipment costs money, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you're paying
Experience.
$5,000 for flowers that are going to die.
They're just going to sit there
Yeah.
and not do anything.
Well, and then
Sure.
this is what I always tell people is like, listen, how many times have you been to a wedding where you're like, oh, this cake didn't taste good? You know, you just kind of
Yeah.
do this, you just kind of put it aside, like, yeah, that tastes nasty.
Yeah.
And you're there, you know, like, okay, well, I'm not going to eat it. But if your DJ sucks, what do? Oh, you know, we got to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's go.
it's time to go. You know, this and that. That you start getting excuses. And that's what people don't realize, that the DJ is the backbone of your wedding. You know, I mean, the most important things I always tell people is your photographer is very important because they have to catch the moment. You know, 'Cause
Yeah.
once you don't catch that moment, I mean, you know. But then again, who creates that moment?
Yep.
The DJ does. So as long as you have a solid DJ that knows what he's doing, that's not going to screw up the names. Dude, to this day, I've been doing weddings for years. And to this day, I still get nervous when it comes to announcing the bride and groom because I'm afraid that I'm going to screw up the name or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, thank God it doesn't happen. But it's just you just get that weird feeling.
You do.
know, like
Yeah.
like man, what
Get
if
a
I
little bit
screwed up?
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that, and then but quinceañeras I try not to do because it's just, man, it's so much detail. La primera muñeca, or like what is it, the last muñeca or whatever it is, or
La última
Yeah.
la
muñeca.
última muñeca. Thank you.
Luis
And,
Arteaga says, don't forget about the photo booth. Very important.
Photo booth. Oh, I'm sorry, the photo booth. Yes, the
Yeah.
photo booth is important.
What's going
But
on,
again-
Luis? Shout out to Luis.
Yeah, but again, it is that those are the things that are
Yeah.
important because those
Capture
you
the
can't-
memo-
you-
the moments.
exactly. You
Yeah.
capture the moments. You can't make them up. With the flowers, I mean, they're gonna die. No one's gonna be like, oh my God, do you remember the flowers at that wedding? Oh,
Man, I
that-
had such a good time because those flowers were so pretty.
Exactly.
Oh,
You never get that, man. It's always about how much
But and you, if you want to stay on that, by the time they realize it, they hired the wrong DJ. It's too
It's
late.
too late.
It's at
It
the
is.
event.
too late.
So I had an event where I did lighting. All I did was lighting. Took lighting, and the lady knew I was a DJ,
Yeah.
but she wanted to hire the DJ from the radio station. Now this radio station is a reggaeton, salsa, merengue radio station here in Houston.
The dirty versions.
Right? Well, what they were Tejano people.
Oh, okay.
So the DJ, all he knew was reggaeton, salsa, merengue, and bachata.
Yeah.
And when he came on, he's a well-known DJ here in Houston that does, but their family was Tejano, Norteño, and cumbias, and he was bombing like nothing. Nobody was dancing during his time.
Wow.
So the mom knew I did DJ, and I was there just making sure because I had Licos and I had uplights and I had all kinds of lighting. And she's like, "Hey, can you go over to the DJ because this guy doesn't know our music?" I was like, first of all, I don't have my computer and my music, and number two, I don't think that's a good look.
It's gonna cost you extra.
Yeah, and it's not part of the package.
It's
Well,
not part of the
I mean, I would have done it, but go up to, "Hey DJ, let me scoot over, let me
You're
play."
sucking.
And that's the thing is that a lot of people don't realize that they're trying to save a buck, but in reality they're hurting themselves, and that's why, like I said, yeah, flowers, you want them to look nice, but people who do flowers, for the most part, they're not going to drop their price.
Mm-mm.
They're not going to drop their price
No.
because it's gonna cost them money.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with
Yeah.
us. It's like this equipment costs money, man. I mean,
Yeah,
perfect example. We were talking about microphones earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to use a VHF $99 microphone
No.
for a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm going to use something that's going to have some really good sound.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know what brides do when they start, or not brides, but the best man and
Oh,
Maid of
yeah,
Honor
yeah.
start twisting the bottom
Yeah.
of
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that microphone, breaking
Or
that cap.
you
and all
remember that trend where it was the drop the mic trend?
Oh,
sheesh.
yeah. For a while there, I was putting mics on a microphone stand just for that reason.
For that reason.
Yeah, and now I tell them, don't
Don't
touch the
take it
mic.
off.
Just speak into the mic, and I'll, don't touch it. Don't worry about
And
it.
then you have the drunk people at the end of the night. Give me the mic. I'm gonna sing.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Just
do
reach
that.
out, like, give me the mic. I had that Saturday or Friday.
And
Did you
I,
really?
and I do that. I do that with people. It's like, hey, give me the mic. I don't let anyone talk into my mic. What do you
No.
mean? I'm sorry. I don't let anyone
They
talk
get
into
pissed
my
off.
speaking to my. Yeah, they get pissed off. But I'll tell you a
Just
story about a
borrachos.
wedding. This is probably one of the worst weddings. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say it was the worst, but I did a wedding one time where the daughter, the bride, she wanted just straight up ratchet hip hop.
Ooh.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. But but it was the clean versions. She
Yeah.
just wanted
But
like
yeah, you wanted
the
bumping,
back that thing up and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I'm going in and I'm jamming and everybody's dancing, and the dad comes over there just yelling at me. What the is and he's just yelling at me and this and that, and I'm like, and funny thing is I put all this in my contract in case I do feel like someone's threatening me or whatever.
yeah, for sure. You have to.
So I did this, switch the slider over to the right where there was no music,
Yeah.
dead air, and all you hear is him screaming.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
And and he was just yelling at me, and the mom, she comes over there, and like, you son of a, she started yelling at him, pulled him to the side. I'm over here wrapping my cables, and
It's time to go.
the lady's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well,
It's in my contract. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
a threat.
came at me like that.
Yeah.
No, please, just wait, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to be a jerk about it, but
Yeah.
at the same
No.
time, it was just the way he came at me,
Oh,
and
yeah.
well, aside from the racial remark that he did make,
Yeah.
to one referring to my race and the music, the N word basically.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And so it kind of it pissed me off the way he came about it, and so the mom came up to me again, and she basically she grabbed the guy, she's like, give me your mic, and she took the mic, handed it to him. She goes, "You need to apologize."
Oh shit!
She made him
Nice.
apologize in front of everyone.
There you go.
And at the end of the night, she made him give me a $200 tip. But,
Yeah.
But
Oscar Gonzalez says that's why we don't do weddings anymore.
the weddings are weird, man.
They
You
were
know,
mad.
you never know what you're gonna get.
You know,
Victor Vargas, and when they mad at you, they slap your mixer.
Emotional damage.
oh yeah.
Emotional.
No, there's a lot of
DJ
stuff.
slapped my mixer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, there's a lot of horror stories, man, with DJing. Man. It's just,
I don't-
people don't
I
realize
just-
what we go through. You know?
No.
I just learned something.
You learn something.
Yeah, like
that?
basically how to get tips.
Yeah.
Disconnect
Piss
the-
off
Oh,
the
yeah,
dad.
yeah, yeah.
No, but that's funny because I did that same thing happened to me. I had the grandfather. This was like a Mexican wedding, and he wanted to hear the same song like 5 times. I played it 3
Boleros.
times. I played it 3
Boleros.
times. No, it
Damn.
was like one of those ranch family, songs that you hear when you were growing up. I played it 3 times. He wanted to play it 2 more times. I already played it a couple times, and it was a Mexican/white wedding, so I had to kind of mix in from
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
There was more whites than Mexicans, so I had to play a little bit more, American
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
And he was pissed off because I wouldn't play his song for the 4th time and 5th time. At the end of the night, I saw him walking, and he was just staring at me, and I knew what he was going to do. And then as soon as he got to me, the music's playing like kind of mid. And as soon as he got to me, I lowered it down and whatever. ¿Por qué no tocas mi pinche canción?
I love that, man. You know.
Everybody turned around and looked at him.
It's it's weird, man. With Latinos, it's like we hate on each other so much. I don't know why. Instead of like
Yeah.
working together,
Yeah.
we actually just kind of hate on
We
each
have a
other.
lot of hate.
It's-
We
it's-
call the
it's weird.
crabs in the bucket.
Yeah, man. It's just weird. I did a wedding about a month ago or so. It was Vietnamese/Mexicans, and
What the?
you would think that the Mexicans are the ones going to be drunk and loud.
Oh
and
no, no,
No.
no. Vietnamese
Not
boy.
at all.
Man, let me tell you, those Vietnamese women are aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
I'll tell you, man.
Well, they put a bottle on each table.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
the
song?
Hennessy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But they were. It was funny because and they kind of dragged it because first they had mariachis for
Okay.
the first hour, then they had the dragon dance,
Nice.
then they had another mariachi set,
What?
then they had the bride and the groom sang, then
They love karaoke.
then and then the dad ended up singing, and it was basically just a cappella. It wasn't the bride and the groom, they had their own song, but then finally when it got to when they were going to do the toast, the maid of honor and the best man, they were trying to talk, and the Asian people
Nobody's
were just,
talking, yeah.
dude, they were just
No.
loud, and
Oh, yeah. They get loud.
The coordinator came over there. She was trying to shush him.
The-
They wouldn't shut up. So
Nope.
she went straight to the bar. She's like, shut the bar down.
Jesus.
Yeah, because they wouldn't stop, man. They just, they were trying to do the toast. But, I expected, because I'm thinking, okay, Mexicanos, we're going to be loud.
Yeah.
We're going to get drunk.
Yeah.
And, man, it was the other way around. I was like, wow, and
It's an experience.
yeah, it's different, man. I've done all kinds of weird weddings, man. I did one wedding where the girl said, I don't care what anybody asks for. She goes, I want nothing but grunge music. And that's all she wanted, just rock and grunge. And she's like, if they request, tell them to come
Yeah.
talk to me, but don't play anything else. And I was
Interesting.
like, whatever, you're paying.
You're
So,
paying.
yeah.
It's your wedding.
So, yeah. But let's talk about this virtual DJ thing.
Oh,
man.
Yes,
here we
sir.
go.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Help
here we
yourself.
go.
Help
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Hold on. Let me get that. Go ahead.
So it was the one time. So no, man. So there a lot
At
of people.
Bandcamp?
Yeah, Bandcamp, right. So no, a lot of people hate on virtual DJ,
Why?
but what people don't seem to realize is that virtual DJ has a lot of things that Serato's just now starting to have.
Of course.
You
Like
know,
what?
Like the stems.
Yep.
That's been a virtual DJ for a long time.
But stems is its own technology. It's not virtual DJ.
It's a little different. You're right. It has
No, the stems is like saying MP3 or saying BPM. It's its own technology. They adopted it first.
Who did? You
Virtual
mean
DJ.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but the point is that
adopted it
virtual
first,
DJ got it first.
Right.
And then
But they didn't make it.
eventually Serato decided to say, you know what, virtual
they had it
DJ,
for
we
a
got to
couple
copy
years.
them again.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that virtual DJ has that Serato still hasn't been able to do
Go for
anything
it.
with the video.
Yeah,
Serato-
exactly.
Virtual DJ has way better video
Implementation,
transitions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
transitions.
transition is really better. The effects are better. Here's one thing that really bugs the hell out of me about Serato. And don't get me wrong, for mixing, for DJing, I love using Serato. Virtual DJ, I mostly use it for karaoke stuff. But the thing that really irritates me about Serato is like, okay, say for example, we were talking about the Bollywood music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you give me, let's just say I give you a folder of a bunch of music and you want to categorize it. So you got 70s, 80s, and 90s, for example, and you got different folders. Well, now in order to put it in Serato, you have to take it from the file, and then you have to take it from the file, drag it out to the side, put it in the folder, right?
On the crate.
You don't
on the
have
crates.
On the crate, okay.
On the crates.
Yeah.
Then after you take it from the crates, you need to analyze those files, right?
Yeah, to get the
Yeah.
BPM.
Okay, so let's just say you have 3,000 files. How long do you think that'll take to analyze them?
It all depends on your computer. Probably
Right, but roughly
15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Maybe.
If I give you 10,000 files, all kinds of mixed up stuff, and you put them on Virtual DJ, what's the one thing you need to do to put those files in there?
You just
No, but you do.
you just
that's-
had add to.
but
search.
it doesn't
you-
analyze them.
No, yes it does. All
Yes,
you
it
have
does.
to all you have to do is you click on recurse,
Yep.
and within like maybe 35 seconds,
Yeah. Seconds.
Per song.
they're all in there. Per
It's in
song.
there.
They're all in
It's
there,
about the same.
and they're all analyzed. No, it's not the same. We just said 15
Well,
minutes.
well, I haven't done 3,000 songs. I don't know.
No.
That's a guess.
But
Yeah.
what I was getting at is that's.
But that's a processor intensive task.
no,
that depends on your processor.
No, it's
Is
it's
it-
Well,
It's
I mean, no,
Serato.
you're right. I don't know what virtual DJ did. I will give you that. I don't know
Virtual
what.
DJ.
But
It's quick
give
and
a
it's
smoke on.
instant.
But if you do 3,000 songs, we have to test that because I don't know because it's a processor. The processor's doing the.
I got my
virtual
laptop. We can test it right now.
DJ. Do we
No,
have,
no,
we
it's-
have Serato here,
I got Serato and Virtual DJ on my laptop.
but you
Yeah.
have to do two.
Oh,
similar.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
To do them next to
Yeah.
each other. That'd be a good something for you guys to
Yeah,
do on
that
the show,
would be
man.
something good.
I mean, I don't mind saying
Yeah.
virtual DJ, but it's a the processor. It has nothing to do with the program. The processor is analyzing all that.
But it's also the way the
it's
software is
still-
created.
The software is created when on Virtual DJ.
Sure.
All you do is click recurse, and it'll just go boom through all those files like that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does it, and with Serato, it does it has to go through basically every track,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and the lines are
Yeah,
going through and all
analyze
that. And it
everything.
takes a little while. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you have to take more steps
Yeah.
to get your files in
You
there.
do
as
have to
opposed-
take one extra step. Yeah.
Right, and with Virtual DJ, you just boom, you knock it
Right
out real
click,
quick. Yeah,
virtual,
so
yeah.
it's there. That's the other thing that I like.
And you have to unplug the controller on Serato.
And you, that's right,
Yeah.
that's right. And on Virtual
I
DJ,
didn't
you
even
don't
know
have to.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
You got to unplug it.
yeah. You can unplug
What kind
it.
of bullshit is that?
Yeah. Here's
See, I'm helping. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah, he's right.
I'm all for the truth.
yeah.
But like what you're saying, I haven't seen. Because I know you used to in Virtual D. You have to first you have to add it to the database, and then you had to analyze it, which I don't know what it
On Virtual DJ?
Yeah.
No. You just basically put it in your hard drive, for
Yeah.
example, and then all you do is you go when
You
you
said
open up.
recurse, yeah.
Yeah, when you open up Virtual DJ, you just hit recurse, and that's it. You're done. And that's it. Here's the other thing that I don't like about Serato is okay. Say for example, you got a song that's tagged
Mm-hmm.
wrong. When you go on Serato, if you retag it on actual Serato, it'll only retag it on the file, but it won't retag it on your hard drive, right?
It will.
No, it won't.
On the
Yeah.
the
And
MP
when you put it on the deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It'll only change the
you're talking about like the
wording.
artist or the name of the
yeah,
song.
Yeah. Say for example, you want to do
It,
that.
it should save it to the. It saves the
ID3 tag?
the ID3 tag.
No. But it saves just the tag. It doesn't actually. It saves it on the software, not on the actual file.
No, you can take a MP3 that you edited on Serato. Got you can even save the cue points.
No.
Export it out.
Maybe we're talking
You're
about
saying
two different things.
No,
you're
no,
talking
but
about
I'm
it doesn't
saying-
change the file name?
Right.
File
Okay.
name no. File name no.
Right.
Okay,
But
well,
on Virtual
Virtual
DJ,
DJ,
you
we
You
can
can change the file
Yeah,
name.
you can
Yeah.
actually go in there and it'll tell
Okay,
you right.
you're
tag.
talking about the file name, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll tell you right tag, and then you
Yep.
don't have
Even
to,
though
have
if
to
you
worry
try
about
to do it on the actual file outside the software, it won't change it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Virtual
yeah.
D.
So yeah,
Virtual
if
D.
you're talking about the file name, you're right.
Yeah.
It
And-
doesn't change the
yeah.
file name. But it will change the ID3 tag and save it.
Right, but on Virtual
Gotcha.
DJ, it will change
can
the whole
change
thing.
the file
yeah.
name.
And
Bunch of
so it's really cool.
bullshit.
So,
Why would you need to change the file name? I don't know.
no, well, then that's what I'm saying. Like if you have a file that just got tagged wrong or something like that, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that Virtual
can
DJ
rename
has
the
like,
file.
Yeah,
Okay.
it has a lot of really cool things. And there's a new Virtual DJ 3.0 or whatever it is now. Actually, what's his name? Qbert was actually scratching and doing all kinds of cool stuff with it. But I still prefer to DJ.
So Oscar says the new update analyzes everything out. I don't have to hit recurse on my computer
For what?
for virtual DJ. He uses
virtual
virtual
DJ,
DJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you want to do, like, let's say I
Yeah,
share
you
files
can
with
rename
you.
the file.
Yeah, you just basically recursing. Yeah,
Wow.
it goes real fast, man. That's a cool thing I like about virtual DJ that I wish Serato would implement. It's just
Well,
but
give them 10 years.
10 years.
at least.
They'll catch
But
up.
is it necessary?
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Man. Sometimes it is. Yeah, it really is because
It is
you
for
know,
the BPMs.
yeah,
Sort out the
yeah.
BPMs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's-
like with
Well, that's ID3.
the promo only stuff that I download,
Oh, yeah,
whatever. Sometimes I'll just download it, get to an event, kick everything on. As soon as I click on that folder, everything's there.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a perfect example. He's
But you
talking
can do
about
that on
promo.
virtual DJ.
Well, no-
Serato. You can.
well, no. Okay, so-
browse.
Well, no. I think we're talking about two different things.
No.
So what,
well,
what he's saying
says
is
he
like
adds it to the
he's
library.
really fighting it, isn't he?
No.
He's
I'm
really
talking-
fighting it.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
He's into
No,
that.
I
It's
do
okay.
talk. I do talk too much.
No, you're good, man. I'm just this is your show, bro.
Go
This,
for it. No,
this
no,
is your show, man.
Kick him
Look,
out. Kick him out.
Like I said, I'm gonna kick him out. You can take my
Yeah.
computer.
No,
Fuera,
no,
calle.
well, like,
Take my computer.
Yeah, I'm going
No,
home.
go ahead.
no, he was saying like promo only. So
Ah.
you got promo only. You got country. You got mainstream
You're right.
radio. You got tropical Latin. All those genres.
Yeah.
So you put them in different folders.
Mhm.
So in order to put them in Serato, you have to take each one and put it in that specific folder. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
From your file.
Mhm.
On virtual DJ, all you do is just hit recurse and they're already there.
Is there?
But how is it? So, because you don't have to create crates on virtual DJ.
Nope.
You can.
You don't have to
can.
create playlists or crates. You don't have to, but you don't have to.
You don't have to, but even if you have different crates like that, you can still just hit recurse and it'll automatically just scan all of them.
So what it does is it searches the folder for new updates,
It
Okay.
searches the whole hard drive,
The whole thing.
the whole thing. Yeah,
the whole hard drive.
yeah, and it
But
that's-
you have to put it on the same folder, like
No.
your country. No.
No?
you don't have to.
You don't have
but
to.
If you want to organize your music,
Yeah.
I mean, you do
Then
it
you
right.
do,
but
yeah.
If you organize your music right, but whether you organize it or not, you could literally take just the music and put it anywhere, and it'll still recurse it or basically just analyze it, and boom, it's there.
It's there.
And with
Yeah.
with virtual DJ, you have to put it in those crates.
Serato.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, with
Yeah,
Serato.
Serato, you have
yeah.
to put it into the crate.
Right, and that's the thing I wish that Serato would just fix. It's like, come on, man, it's like, how long has Serato been around? Since 2008, something like that.
I don't even remember.
Whatever it is, but I mean, you would think that they would already fix something like that, and of course now they got bought out by Pioneer.
Yeah, that's gonna be
So-
interesting.
Yeah, so. But yeah, that's one of the things that I know you get a lot of crap about virtual DJ. And
No wonder he wanted to bring you out like
No.
10 weeks ago.
no, well,
I'm bringing George
Defend
this
me.
week.
Defend me.
Defend me.
and then-
George, you got my back.
well, the funny thing
He's
is,
got
like,
facts.
I was,
Hey, be like, Mamalo.
it was a one time.
Come on, George. Come on, George. Help me out, George.
Emotional damage, damn it.
Oscar.
No, damage. And the thing is,
that's pretty
it
cool,
took
yeah.
it took
That
me a
is
long
cool.
time to get on the Serato
Virtual?
on Serato
Serato,
because I was PC DJ, then I went to virtual DJ
So why'd
And-
you change to Serato then? if it's
because
so
the
badass?
latency. I like the latency better.
Yeah.
Right.
The mixing latency is a lot
That's
better.
what. That's my main grudge with virtual DJ.
yeah.
It's not instant. When you hit play and it takes a split
Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
a very
Instant for me.
well. Your brain already said or got used to that crap.
Your
I'm
brain
a little,
ha- your
I'm a
brain
little
has-
slow.
Yeah.
I was
I'm a
gonna say
little
your
slow.
brain has that delay in it.
I'm a little slow. I will admit it.
No, but that's one thing I've always said that like for me is that instant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you hit
no.
you hit play,
Yeah.
it plays. It doesn't. It hasn't have to warm up. to
You know
play.
the other thing.
It's ready to go.
Call weather.
No, the other thing I like about Serato is that you can also like color code your songs.
Yeah.
Like for example,
Yeah.
like if you got like let's say you want to do hip hop all red, and you want to do your
put
country all
comments,
green or
too.
something like that.
You
Yeah,
put
you can also
comments.
comments. Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
add comments on your.
You can
on
you
your
can
cues.
sort. You
Yeah.
can sort your songs.
Yeah.
So virtual DJ, if you have a playlist, I don't know if you can sort. Like say you
Yeah.
have 10 songs.
You can.
You can.
Okay.
But and that's the other thing that virtual DJ has that's better than Serato is the
Playlist.
playlist, the autoplay, the autoplay like
Yeah.
Yep.
like with
Automix.
automix with virtual DJ you don't get no dead air.
Yeah.
No.
It just goes from one song to the other.
So
That's why-
ceremony
it sounds like
time.
a
I mean, not
Spotify-
ceremony.
it
Like,
sounds like a Spotify
dinner
problem.
time. You
like
just
dinner
load
time,
it.
just let it, yeah,
Just let it
let it
run.
roll. And with
Yeah.
with Serato, it's like okay,
You gotta
dead
stay
Play
air.
the
in
whole
there.
song.
Yeah.
It's meant to be played.
Yeah.
Played on. It's
Yeah.
meant
Well,
to be
so you literally have to have like a created playlist.
Nah,
or,
man.
Not a playlist, but
No, you don't. These
No,
guys
yeah,
figured out a
Spotify.
way. Yeah, there you go.
Spotify.
They figured out.
Spotify.
They have to bring in a whole different software.
Just so you know, that's illegal.
it's
It is. It actually. You know what's funny? That's
Okay, listen.
a lot of people don't. They just like Spotify, YouTube, and I was actually talking to one of the guys at ASCAP,
yeah.
and he was telling me he's like,
shit.
well,
ASCAP has entered the chat.
yeah. So he says, technically speaking, we're not saying it is illegal, but it's the other guys that if they crack down on you. And I was like, well, what do you
What are
mean
the
the
guys?
other guys? He was talking about the FBI, and actually they do crack down on that stuff because it's kind of
Okay.
like
No
it's
more
kinda like-
Spotify.
yeah, well,
Fuck that.
Carlos.
right. No, so what I was gonna say is like it's like the videos when you play
Yeah.
a movie or a DVD.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
says FBI, whatever, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So that's basically the way they look at it.
So it's
like
not
a-
up to them. It's up to the FBI now.
It's pretty much the FBI, yes. So they have a division or whatever that does the whole entertainment thing,
Right.
and it's kind of like it's. I lost my train of thought.
So
but-
why doesn't ASCAP step in there? Like, let's say you're playing Spotify from a venue that has paid the
Well,
royalties.
they step in, but they don't step in with you. They step in with the venue. That's where it becomes
Yeah.
kind of weird because they can get the venue. They can't really get you per se.
Mhm.
But there's ways around it where they can't.
Because
Because
these venues are playing
Yeah,
Spotify
yeah.
during the day,
Well, but they
during the
pay.
week.
But they pay the royalties though. See, they pay the royalties. They have to.
Right,
all,
right,
all the
right.
bars, like I'm sure
Yes.
people tell you this. Let's talk about his ass since he walked away.
Yeah.
No.
See, this is new to me. So
No. So for example, like Pete, he has this place, so he's
Right.
gonna have to pay ASCAP.
right.
The thing about ASCAP, they're like the mob of the music,
Sure.
basically, because ASCAP, if you pay ASCAP, BMI will come out, and there's another one I can't remember the name of it, but they'll come out and they're like, oh, well, you got to pay us, and
Yeah.
they're like, no, I'm already paying ASCAP, and then some people just to avoid the headache, they'll pay both of them,
Right.
but so the venue pays for it, so you're okay.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to karaoke, for example,
Oh,
you
oh
can't
shit.
do karaoke off YouTube. If you read the fine
Right.
print, there's a lot of guys out there that do it, and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm paying for a what do they call it, for a membership or whatever it is." Yes, you're paying for the membership for yourself,
Okay.
not for the actual venue. So
Okay.
that's why you're not supposed to do YouTube off
Nice.
or excuse me, karaoke off YouTube. And the same thing goes with the Spotify or the iTunes.
Right.
If you read the fine print, it'll tell you can't.
Yeah, it's
use
for
it
personal
business.
use.
It's for personal use,
Yeah.
right? And if you are using it for a business, I think they have some kind of special membership or whatever for business.
But okay, so you have to pay that, and then the venue has to pay
Royalties.
the royalties
The royalties, yeah.
directly to ASCAP, and they kind of have to keep track of what they played.
Right. And here's the funny thing
Should.
about it is if you go do a private gig like a house party,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want because it's a private gig. Yeah. So if you go so let's say for example you're doing a karaoke gig at
But a private gig at a house, not a venue.
not a venue,
Yeah.
correct. So like if you go to a ballroom,
Yeah.
the ballroom get in trouble if they don't pay, royalties.
I'm pretty sure they have to.
Yeah, but for example, and we were talking about royalties and all that. And now
Yeah,
that he's
pay your
back,
shit, man.
We,
Oh,
we-
yeah.
we
Oh,
can't
yeah.
talk about it anymore. No, well, they're like you're gonna have to pay ASCAP
Yeah, I
or
know.
BMI, and that's what we were talking
It's
about.
one or
is
the
that-
other, not
yeah,
both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them, I said they're like the mob,
Yeah, they'll
they'll
kinda,
both try to.
Where's
come-
my cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really and a lot of bars kind of goes back to what I was saying about how a lot of these bars they don't care, they just want some noise in there.
Yeah.
But eventually
Somebody
will catch them. Yeah, and
That's all they do all day, drive around and
yeah,
look for spots where they might be playing music.
yeah. There's a lot of that going on, man. And I'm not gonna say any names, but there's a bar around here where the guy uses nothing but YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's why he gets paid what he gets paid. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. And
Oh shit.
And here's the other weird thing that some of the guys that do get paid a little bit amount of money and then they drink half of it. It's like, why are you even working? Why are you even
Ah,
doing?
la madre.
It's like you spent
Emotional damage.
you spent basically $100 on your drinking tab. You're
Yeah.
trying to take care of your buddies or whatever, and then you're only making $175. So you basically come out with $75. It's like again back to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Dude, damn cigar keeps going out. All that damn talking. You need to talk more, Pete, since you're not smoking.
You don't want me talking. I start talking a lot of shit.
Let's do it.
That's
Let's do it.
That's all that comes out of his mouth anyway.
That's right. I'm gonna talk all kinds of shit, boy.
Yeah. No, man, I've known this fool forever, man. I met him through his sister Augie.
Oh
And,
my God!
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
No, was
Oh
it?
shit.
Yeah, I met-
Sister.
I met you at the not the the
Is
bridal
that, is that a guy
symposium.
or a girl?
You used to do the bridal symposium. You
I
never
did,
really
I
did.
did
the,
it twice.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where I met you, and Augie was like, "Hey, let's go talk to this guy," and I was like, "Okay, this guy," And so that's how I met you.
He was
years
still
ago.
bald.
Huh?
He was still bald.
He was still bald. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I did the bridal symposium twice, way back in the day.
Where
when
was that?
Yeah,
see
that
now,
was
this is how far back it's gonna go. Do you remember who owned it? This lady named Linda.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds
That's-
familiar though.
Yeah, Linda. This lady named Linda used to own it, and that's back when.
That was the only competition the other one had.
Yeah.
The bridal extravaganza, man. What they did is they would.
Oh no, I'm
literally-
sorry. The extravaganza was owned by Linda.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That was the
remember
one. That was the one that, man, they would nickel and dime you. You want
Yeah.
power? Oh, it's only $200. Like,
Yeah.
For some power.
Yeah, they do. They still do.
Like, wow, man. Are they
They
still
still do.
I don't.
Yeah, I did that one twice. The symposium, actually, I used to get a lot of business out of that one, and it was much cheaper.
Back when DJs knew how to charge money.
Exactly.
Well, it's kind of the same thing with the Knot. I used to be on the Knot.com,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
dude, after a while, it just got saturated with a bunch of
Too many
DJs. And,
DJs.
Bunch
And-
of cheap DJs.
right, and when the other thing is you have like with the bridal extravaganza, you got so many DJs out there that when these brides leave, man, they're like, who
They
the
don't-
hell did I talk
yeah,
to?
who did I talk- who did I want?
Yeah, because there's
You have to do some proactive work there.
Yeah, if you don't book them there, dude, the chances of you booking them.
Yeah, but they were booking there
slim.
for like $400, $500.
Yeah, a lot of
Still,
them
like,
are real cheap.
When was the last time we went to Bridal Extravaganza? 2019, maybe 2020.
That was BC.
Yeah, before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID.
Yeah, I did the extravaganza twice, and the second time when I finally looked at their little advertisement book to see what people were putting in there, I saw somebody had almost looked like a handwritten advertisement that said 5 hours, $400.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh hell no, I'm not doing the show again.
Okay,
Not
okay. That guy was still probably there charging $600 now.
maybe $450 now. I don't know.
But that mentality of like, hey, if I charge less, I get more. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an idiot. You're just working harder. Is really
Exactly,
what
to
you're
get
doing,
the same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Hold on.
It's
This
just
one
dumb.
deserves a.
Emotional
You're an idiot, he said.
Yeah, this is like
you need-
Paquita la del barrio.
Yeah,
Me
Paquita
estás
la-
escuchando inútil.
Didn't she do that to Bad Bunny? She called him inútil. Like he was trying to
Oh,
help her with
yeah,
the mic. And she's like, ¿Qué haces inútil? And I'm like, wow, man. I'm like, he was just trying to help you with the mics. And
Yeah.
you're like only like 3 feet tall or something, But
Oh my god.
you know which one you need? You need the idiot from what's his name? Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, okay. I'll get that one.
You gotta get that one out. Freaking idiot.
I like one with the rock that says "Shut up, bitch."
Homework, baby.
There's a bunch of, man. I used to use those when I
and
worked
I have
at
I've heard one that says "FBI, open up."
Oh, wow.
You're talking about the music. I'm like, oh, where is it?
Now I used to use a lot of those drops at bars, like at Sam's Boat.
Yeah.
Man, I used to use a lot of those, man.
Do you know actually this works like over your audio, so you can put it to your computer.
Oh, really? You can
Yeah, and
actually
it just comes over the audio, so it'll like wherever you have your most of the DJs don't know, but your controller can actually transmit your audio from your computer
Mm-hmm.
directly through the sound card built into the controller.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I get my
Emotional damage.
music.
The other thing about, since we were talking about virtual DJing, Serato is
Another one.
So well, so
Come on, we got
Serato,
10.
so Serato tried to do the karaoke thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Didn't
out for
work
him
out.
either, man. It's like with them, it's like we'll read them, but it sucks because
It
like
did suck.
and with virtual DJ, you can put their name in there. You can put like if you wanted to drop the key, all that stuff.
Yep.
But
For
but then
karaoke.
again, Serato is more of a club type.
It's
of,
like for
software.
DJs, for
Yeah,
real
yeah,
DJs.
except for real DJs.
Emotional. Dios mío.
So the latency. If you ever get a virtual DJ to fix that latency,
I don't know
Well,
what
they
you guys
did.
are talking
They did.
about.
I think so. I tried it here on Pete's,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
think
there's
it
your first
fixed
problem.
it.
Anything Pete owns,
No.
it's got delay. Remember we talked about his brain.
What?
¿Qué?
That's
Pete
fucked
said-
up.
¿Qué?
¿Qué dijo?
Oh, he's laughing at 2 jokes ago. No.
¿Qué, güey?
2 jokes ago. Barely, huh?
No, but yeah, if there ever, so I was playing around with it here. It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still the
That's
old
what she
one.
said.
So
Yeah, it's still you. I don't know. I'm with you on that one. It seems
Yeah.
like there's just that
and
millisecond
it throws
delay
you
or
off.
something. It just
It throws you
yeah.
off if you're used to like mixing like just on the go, and then you're
Mhm.
like, oh shit, I'm off. What the hell happened? Am I forward or am I backward? What the
Yeah.
hell?
You know what's gotten harder, to, especially nowadays.
Oh,
with,
you Dios, I know. No, what? What?
Let me sneeze. Bullshit.
No, Serato face. You know, everybody knows about Serato face. But you know,
Okay,
when
well,
you started
explain that.
learning,
Explain Serato face.
so back in the day when you were DJing, it's like you didn't have a computer in front of
Right.
you, so you were really beat matching.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
your ear. You know.
ears. So now you're looking
But
at the
now,
screen.
you look at the screen a lot, man, and it's hard to get away from that. It
Yeah.
really is, because there's so much going on. You know, you got your stems, you got your
But I
effects
think-
and all that.
But you notice they don't call it virtual DJ face.
Yeah, because it's not a real program.
Well, that's because
Obviously it is.
it's virtual DJ face.
Because
when you're
nobody
doing
uses
karaoke.
virtual DJ.
Oh yeah, nobody does. Right,
Well,
right.
you know, here's the funny thing though. I don't know if it still is, but back in the day, the biggest one was actually Tractor.
Tractor was
Tractor
real
was
good.
actually
It was good.
worldwide.
It
Was actually
actually-
the biggest.
I don't know.
It was better than I like Tractor better than virtual DJ. It was. It was.
I
it's a-
could
it's a little
figure out
bit.
Tractor. You know.
It's all. It's all music. I liked it. It also had a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Probably about as much as, but it was. I mean, it was good. It had a lot of features. What I liked about it is back in the day there was no controllers.
Oh yeah.
So you could
Shortcuts.
program your keyboard how you want it.
Yeah.
So I had my programming, so I was playing from the keyboard.
Can you do that on virtual DJ?
You can.
Shortcuts?
Keyboard, yeah,
Now you
shortcuts,
can.
yeah.
Now you can. You
No, you
back-
used to be able to.
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
you did.
Because I know
never
on-
figured it
I've
out.
always been
I never
able
figured
to.
it out.
So on Serato, you got a bunch of shortcuts.
It,
Yeah.
they're built in already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All this row is.
And I
deck
know this
one, deck
because,
two.
like at tailgate, I used to use shortcuts sometimes with the keyboard.
I'm gonna tell you what's the biggest thing that sucks on Serato for shortcuts is
What?
when you miss that damn search file and you hit that W and it starts playing backwards, and you're like,
Backwards,
oh shit! And then if it's never happened to you, you're like, oh shit, what do I do? You know?
happened to me.
Yeah, because you're like your music's
No.
playing backwards.
I got a story about that. It happened to me at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
I had this little fucking annoying ass kid walking around
At a gig, really?
It was a Christmas party, and I think it was the son of the owner.
Fuck them kids.
But he was like this
Chamaco, squiggly.
on my board.
No way.
Yes.
What
So
the-
I didn't know how to touch
Was
him.
it a bar mitzvah by any chance?
No, it was a Mexican.
Because those
or
kids are
Hispanic.
horrible, man.
Good
But he was like
backhand.
like this, and in front of everybody, and everybody's like, ha, look at the kid, he's playing with the DJ controller, and I'm like, fucker, get the fuck out. And I got so nervous, I guess, from I don't know, from the kid just touching my shit.
Yeah. Oh, and you forgot the.
I was trying to search for a song, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like, and the kid was right there, and like, what
Blame it on-
happened? I was
blame
like,
it
I
on
don't
the
know.
kid.
I was gonna say blame the kid.
I don't
man.
know what he touched. I don't know how to fix it. And it was
Yeah.
going. Let me restart my computer. Restarted. It's still the same.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird,
So-
man. when it first happens to you, you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what do I do?
What did
you
I
know?
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one's when you hit the space bar, and then all of a
Stops.
sudden they just
Oh,
gets,
yeah,
real,
yeah,
gets
yeah.
real small. You're like, whoa, what happened? You know? The
No,
first-
you. If you don't know, you hit a key and it does the sound effects.
Oh,
your,
see, I figured out that.
your what do you call samples?
Oh, really?
Damn, I'm glad I don't use Serato. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, you
I
got
don't think you could if you wanted to.
Oh,
Sounds like nothing but trouble.
You haven't
Oh,
got it.
shit.
that's like those EDM. Have you seen that post with that girl? She's playing EDM, and then this other girl comes over there and she moves the platter and it scratches, and she looks at her like, and I posted on there. I'm like, well, I think she was more shocked that it actually makes that sound, because most of those EDM DJs, well, DJs per se,
Oh shit.
they all they do is turn the knob and it's like, oh, or
Emotional damage.
I've seen some of them where they'll take a CDJ and they start spinning the platter real fast, and they're
Yeah.
and I'm like, what are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
know?
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like-
I've seen those on TikTok also.
yeah, and it's like you're really not doing anything. But it's
We were
weird
just
how
talking about the TikTok.
Yeah, we were.
yeah. There's so many people out there that, well, I think a lot of it is more the production side. As long as they have the lights and the sound
Yeah.
and a pre-recorded track, I mean, everybody's like, oh, the people are enjoying it, but they don't realize this guy's just pretending.
Oh yeah, no, just knob touching,
Yeah.
knob touching, knob touching, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get off those damn knobs.
I saw one where this guy was pretending to DJ and the CDJ was off. And I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, go ahead, man. You know,
Or the TV programs where the whole thing's not
oh no,
connected
no
in the back.
wires and nothing.
Yeah.
The new wireless, yeah, man. There's a lot of
So we had a DJ here that said he had a DJ for one of those competitions on TV.
oh, like a DMC kind of thing.
Well,
or?
no, it was more like a Hispanic Latin TV show where he got to go,
Mhm.
and he said it has to be scripted to the second because
Oh,
TV
yeah,
is on a time
Yeah, on time,
frame. So he said I couldn't do much, but what they did want us to do is talk. Like they got him because he could talk.
Huh.
So even them, when you see like those TV competitions, they don't pick the best DJ; they pick the best speaker, per se.
Speaking of speaker, your guy over here doesn't talk a whole lot. does he? Actually, he's not as bad as your other one that didn't show up today. So I noticed he's just.
Nobody's asking for him.
I've seen people say that he falls asleep or whatever. I'm like, wow, really, man? Okay.
You haven't seen him?
Yeah.
Oh, Chuckster.
Yeah.
I mean,
We did a show where he had that mic. That mic picks up the slightest breathing. He was like this.
Was he snoring?
No. He was like this. The whole show, they were like, "Hey, somebody's breathing hard on the mic."
Wow. Man.
forgot freaking Darth Vader in the house.
He's probably watching. Shout out to Chuck DJ.
Chuckster.
So, Pete, we don't talk about you much, man.
Oh,
You
shit.
know, I know you. I've always known you to do a lot of proms and weddings and stuff like that. I mean,
Yes, sir.
You haven't gotten into anything else, huh? Other than like, I mean, I know your photo booths and the dance floors and all that, but I'm saying like other like production, or you don't really do that kind of stuff.
Productions.
Well, if usually I'm doing production, it's because I'm DJing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. No, I started because I mean, as we get older, that look eventually is going to go away. We're not going to. I mean, nobody wants to see a 70-year-old DJ up there. Put,
I mean, I have
doing
a,
weddings.
I'm having a bar open here pretty soon.
well,
so-
that's what I'm saying. But and that's
Just saying.
and no. What I'm saying is like there's a lot of guys that they they don't think about, okay, what am I going to do later?
Oh no, I totally agree. And there's a few DJs that are watching right now, Victor, who are pretty young, and they're getting into the game.
Yeah.
And I watch them and I listen to them and I see what they're doing, and I just do the old head shake. It's like, why do you keep blowing?
Emotional damage.
Why do you keep blowing your money on
man.
equipment?
You know what?
Get your equipment that you like
Yeah.
and stick with it. Stop listening to all these other morons that jump on and, oh, this one's the best brand now. And then 2 weeks later, oh, I just bought these new speakers. They're better than the first speakers that I had. And then that DJ runs out and sells their speakers and buys those speakers. So they're constantly chasing their tail, and they never kind of hold on to their money and are able to do something good with it down the road.
And I think that there needs to be something out there that needs to educate DJs, because I mean, let's face it, some of us have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm rich or anything, but there's a lot of DJs that when they get into this business, they don't realize how much money you can make. And then a lot of them, and I'm guilty for this one, is like at one point I had Michael V. I don't know if he's still on. He'll probably remember this, but
Probably is.
I used to have a BMW.
Nice.
And but that was stupid. You're like, why, instead of taking the money to invest it into something else, I was just blowing my money. So I learned late in the game that, hey, you know what, you need to start saving money and you need to start investing it in this or that.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the younger guys. They don't realize that, hey, right now that you're young, when you can make all that money, dude, invest.
Invest it, exactly.
Save it, whatever. Don't be like, oh, I'm making this money, I'm gonna go get this BMW, I'm gonna go get all this jewelry and all that. And that's the stupidest thing you can do, because this business, it can either make you or break you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may be way up here, and there's gonna be times that I've had my ups and downs.
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
it's
if I
all the
was
time.
if I was as young as some of these guys that are coming into the business,
Shout out to Victor.
I mean, if I was young like Victor and his brother, save your money. Stop buying equipment. If you got good equipment, keep it. Keep it till it doesn't work anymore, and then when
Yeah.
it doesn't work anymore, get it fixed.
It's funny you say that. I know a guy. He was doing a homecoming, and one of his speakers didn't work, and it was kind of old. and he needed a soldering gun to get it working. And,
What?
yeah, man, he was in the middle of a gig.
Cheap-ass DJ.
What the hell? In the
I
middle
was,
of the gig?
yeah, I was able to help him though. I lived right
Mhm.
down the street from that gig, so he
Yeah.
was able to solder it and had his show going, and it sounded good. It's
Right?
So good.
So Pete, what you got going on?
What?
What you got going on?
Oh, Savage Sports Bar, you say?
yeah.
What? Yeah, and that's
Salvaje.
No, you know what? Like a lot of the old school American DJs, like the gringos, they have like 1990s speakers still.
I know a
Same
guy like that.
amplifier. Same amplifier for 1999, 2000,
Uh-huh.
and they working fine. They don't need to buy anything. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you get these guys who
Well, that's
listen to
because-
one person. It's like, I got these new speakers. These are the best ones on the market. And they're like, oh, shit. I got to go sell mine and go buy those.
If you
And-
pay attention, the difference between a speaker from 2000 to a speaker to 2023 is like that much
Yeah,
difference
yeah.
in reality.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
the only
that
difference
much.
is the weight. They've gotten lighter.
Yeah, the
They've
neodymium.
gotten lighter and-
Neodymium speakers.
Yeah, and that. But like I said,
And
I'm
amps.
guilty for this, man. I learned late in the game that when you're younger, man, you have the opportunity. You're making so much money,
yeah.
and instead of taking that money and investing it,
You're
I would
blowing
just,
it.
Yeah, you piss it away.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go take this vacation, man, and I'm gonna go buy, this. I don't know. Some guys I've seen some of these DJs
Brand new
walking around with
trucks.
a brand new truck or Rolex, and I'm like,
Oh
what do
shit!
you need a Rolex for, dude? But and then there's some guys.
Emotional damage.
There's some guys that
Only
actually
paid
some of them that
$3,000
have
for mine.
actually have been kind of mentors, even though they're younger.
Yeah.
They told me, look, man, you got to do it this way and this way, and it's funny. Well, of course, this one particular guy, he was a banker, and that's why I got out of working a regular job, because he was at this bank for 20.
Oh yeah, banks are rough.
Yeah, he was with them. I want to say 24 years, and he got laid off. And but again, he was smart, so he's at that point where it's like, I don't really need a job right now. I just whenever one comes. But now he's always done the DJ stuff on the side.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from him, to where you basically you learn how to use your money, because money's just a tool.
Yeah.
But a lot of
And
times
it's finite. It's
Yeah.
gonna end one day.
It's right, because that's what I was referring to, is that sometimes you'll be way up here, and then all of a sudden
Mhm.
you'll be way down here, man, and you got to save for that rainy day, man.
Exactly.
You got to save.
you
for that
never know
rainy
what's
day.
gonna come.
Yeah, and a lot of the especially the younger cats, they're all high and mighty because, oh man, I got all these followers.
Got
and,
$20,000 in debt, but I'm DJing every weekend.
Credit card debt is the worst.
Yeah.
Credit card
Tell
is the
me
worst,
about it.
man. Let me tell you, man. It's just
Emotional damage.
Alberto says, "Ya déjenlo."
who are you
Props.
talking about exactly? He's like,
talking about Victor.
Victor Vargas.
is he that guy? Okay.
Yeah, that guy. I try to talk to
Victor's
him.
young though.
He's young. I try to talk to him, but
20s.
But
he don't listen.
that's actually the best
Best time to start. Yeah,
because
that money's
I-
gonna compound.
Look, man, let me tell you, my son, and I'm not trying to talk bad about him or anything, but my son, when he turned 15, I started teaching him about financial, taking care of his money and everything. Dude, now he's 21, but that boy's a tightwad.
Good. That's good.
Yeah,
though.
boy, yeah,
Good.
and
You
it's
taught
really
him good. Yeah.
Yeah, man, because he's got like 4 different bank accounts, and like
Nice.
and he's trying to save up to invest in some stocks and stuff like that, and
Hell yeah.
he's got really good credit, and but he's a tightwad, man. He was like, hey man, let's go get Starbucks. Nah, I can make coffee at home. I'm like, dude, we haven't had Starbucks in about a month. Now I can get just
It's $4.
Yeah, it's $7 now, man.
Oh, I get the
It's
regular
gone up,
coffee.
man.
So.
Yeah, but
I
he's,
get the Americano. It's $4.
yeah, well, that's regular coffee though, ain't it?
No, it's
Or-
Americano. It's
It's Americano. It's not Mexican. It's not Colombian coffee. Yeah,
it's Americano.
It's Americano. Yeah.
It's just an espresso with a lot of hot water.
That's regular coffee,
Pretty
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
He gets the caramel
I thought espresso
malcriado.
was a different. I don't know. I just like coffee.
No, but it's good to be a tightwad, man. I mean, not
is.
not in the sense of that way, but just like the guy that I was saying that he's my mentor. He basically said there's nothing wrong with having all these things, but you got to look at it like, okay, well, I'm only going to spend 30% of what I have saved to get those things.
That's
That
what
other
everybody
70,
says, yeah.
that other 70% sitting in the bank.
Yeah, it needs
you
to
know?
be.
Yeah,
Live
yeah,
on 30% of your income.
And I tell my son, man, by the time you're in your 50s, you can retire.
Coffee from Matamoros Meat Market is better, only $1.
Only $1. The 99-cent store.
Amen. And DJ Roland, the music man, says I'm broke.
I'm broke. Can you buy coffee at the dollar store?
You can buy a whole bunch of shit at the dollar store.
Well, I know you can. I'm just
but I don't know if it's gonna be $1.
Yeah, well, half the shit breaks anyway over there. Yeah.
The
You buy a screwdriver, first turns.
It's the screwdriver that twists.
One-time use.
You definitely got screwed on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Carlos Ramirez is back. Carlos, I'm gonna play this song for you. I know this one. Yeah.
You know who actually? And he's I guess you could call him a DJ, but he's more of a radio personality. Is that what's that guy? Raul Brindis.
Oh man,
That dude, man.
knew how to do it.
Who?
Man, Raul Brindis.
Oh man,
That dude took it to a whole nother level.
he's
man.
he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but he's does he still do the Pepito show and all
I
that?
think I
Yep.
think they still do.
Yeah, they
Yes,
still do
sir.
that.
Yeah, I think he's part owner of the Univision.
Oh,
radio.
is he now?
I think so.
Univision
I've heard
Radio, yeah.
Yeah, because dude, that dude's been doing it forever, and he's all over
Since the
Mexico
90s,
and everything,
yeah.
dude.
Oh wow.
And
Early 90s.
but the funny thing
So-
about it is, like, he does both voices. He does like the
Yeah.
Pepito voice, and he also
He's
does
like
his
a
voice.
ventriloquist.
He has conversations with himself.
He does.
Yeah.
He really does.
Damn.
Man.
So he's like the proper,
Yeah.
and Pepito's like the funny or
Yeah.
extra what fun
Didn't,
guy.
didn't they do that on KLOL back in the day?
I don't know.
Try
man.
that.
I don't know.
I
but-
think they have had a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
This
yeah,
is
but
a rock station.
that guy, dude. I mean, and
Yeah.
you know, he's old, dude. He's
Yeah.
what, like 75 or
70s, yeah.
77, something like
Really?
that.
Huh.
Yeah.
And he still has that. I don't know if he's still doing radio,
I
but
think
last
he
time
still is.
he?
Yeah,
And he still
he
has
still
that
is.
younger voice, man. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
What was the other guy, Casey Kasem?
Yeah.
He was the same way, man. And it's just some of these guys, man. They take it to a whole nother level, man.
Yeah.
And there's
But the thing about the radio is like the preparation they do for the
Yeah.
radio show is like, Jesus, everything's like they got this segment, they got that segment,
Yeah.
they got this, like especially with the Raul Brindis show,
yeah.
they got all kinds of segments.
But see, but what I've been told is, like, if you want to make money in radio, you got to have your own show.
Yeah, but you really can't make money in radio anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own, like, a
Yeah.
morning show,
Yeah.
like Raul Brindis or somebody like
Mhm.
that, you'll make money. But if you're just a guy that wants to be on the radio,
Work
just
the
like,
radio-
you're not going to make any
Nah,
money.
Yeah,
they're
everything's
making
pre-recorded
less than
now.
minimum wage now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine. She's her name's Karina. She was on KRB. She's from Alaska. She's in Washington now, but she got out of radio now. Well, she still does radio, but she also does TV now. And I think she was a news anchor. New ass. What am I saying?
What are you thinking?
She does. Yeah, she's pretty hot. But no. She she's from Alaska, and she was an anchor over there, I think. And then she moved to Houston, and she was on KRB. Really nice girl. And she's in Washington now, but she does TV and radio over there. And but she's been doing it for a long time, so
Yeah.
I'm sure she's making good money also. But
But
the
I think-
guys that are trying to get into it now, man, this is hard.
But do you think
Yeah.
radio's going out of style little by little?
What was that? Was it 96.5 or one of those stations that said they were going to play the music, but they don't really have, they have pre-recorded DJs
No,
or
everything's
whatever it is?
pre-recorded. Like
Yeah.
even I think 104, from what I understand,
Yeah.
Oh my
they
God.
pay the DJ to come in and record for an hour,
I
and then
think
they
there's a
break
DJ
that up for 8 hours on the computer.
Yeah.
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 Jesus.
Yeah, my son's going to school for audio engineering, and I said, stay away from radio stations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to make any money.
Yeah. Or if you do, you got to be damn good at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, unless you own your own radio station, which, that's kind of hard, but, it's just, I mean, there's so much business out there in the music industry,
Yeah.
man, that a lot of people just think that it's just the entertainment, like as far as like being an artist, like a rapper. Everybody
Uh-huh.
wants to be a rapper, kind of like a DJ. Everybody wants to be a DJ.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it right, you're not going to make any money. And same thing with musicians. There's guys that, although they're not known, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say a bass player for like Elton John or a Mariah Carey or something
Yeah.
like that. Those people are making tons of money. But
Yeah.
do you know their names? I mean,
Nope.
they probably walk down the street, you wouldn't even know it's
No.
them. So you can make money in the
I
entertainment
wouldn't know
business.
who Mariah Carey is. She walked in front of me. No, I'm just kidding.
I would. Hey,
Oh,
girl,
you
what you
see,
doing? Huh? No, it's just everybody just thinks that a lot of people think that in order to make money in the industry, it's
You gotta be
you have to be that
way up
big,
there,
and
yeah.
then there's other ways around it. I mean, there's the production side of it. There's there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. I've been lucky to. I don't know if you probably know. I don't think you guys know. I do production stuff with
Yeah.
Okay.
with Matt Productions, and I've been fortunate, man. I've worked with the Yin Yang Twins. I've worked with
Nice.
Maya. I've worked with Too Short. Well, he's something else. Too Short. We've done events with Manny Fresh, all those guys, and you'd be surprised, man. Some of these, like Maya, dude, she is the most down to earth person. You would think, she's so famous.
Way up there, yeah.
Dude, she is a sweetheart. She is very kind, she's not one of those like, oh, I'm the artist, so you got to treat me this way kind of thing.
Don't
She's
talk
not
to
like
me.
that.
Yeah.
And then there's some that are like that.
Yeah.
I've heard some names where they have the writers like everything's got to be white in the room. It's got to be all white roses.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. If you're my driver, you can't talk to me. And yeah, there's a lot of them out there like that, man. But then there's some that are really down to earth. Manny Fresh is really down to earth. Jazzy Jeff, those guys. Those guys are really cool, man. They're not big headed. Even Benny Benassi was really cool. And that dude's still, I think that dude's still going. And he's like, he's in his 60s, I think now.
Dang.
Yeah, he's up there. So
Still producing music and
yeah. And that's what I was saying is a lot of people think they're like, oh, you're a DJ, you're old. It's like, no, you can't say that, man, because we're like the people that are in their 50s and 60s.
so
that are still
that's
DJing.
I think that's like a never-ending cycle
Yeah.
of the new DJs come in and they know everything,
Yeah.
and you're old, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I always tell people is like, kind of like, and we've talked about this before, where a lot of these newer DJs, they just think, oh, play what's on the radio and I'm gonna hit them just the hook and that's it. And I always tell guys, it's like, look, man, when I go do a gig, I don't go in there like, I'm gonna play the latest and greatest. I always tell people I'm gonna give them what they didn't know they wanted.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
true.
because it's always nice to get that wow factor. Like you're DJing and you hit them with something that's like maybe old or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the way you throw it, it's the timing. When you throw it at the right moment, people are just like, oh,
Turn around
yeah,
and
dude. and
point
they're
at the
like,
DJ.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, you're
It's my
you're
jam.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it's better to have that wow factor
Yeah.
than to just be slamming songs and they're the newest songs. It's like, okay, well that's cool.
Well, there's
Right.
DJs that just go down their playlist.
Yeah.
Like there's no emotion on
Yeah.
that. And
Well, it's kind of like the Bad Bunnies that we were talking about. A lot of these guys, they're like, "Oh, well, Bad Bunny, you got to play Bad Bunny because that's
Yeah.
the hardest artist," and that's true. He is.
yes,
But if I can get in my car and listen to the same song, but what's exciting about that? I mean, I'd rather play something that's what brings me back to what I was saying about doing
because
the
if
80s
you
or
play
90s.
Bad Bunny, you're not incorporating the older generations. In
Well,
all honesty,
Well, not just that. Like I said, you're just playing something
Yeah,
they
playing.
can go back in their car and listen to. As opposed to like an 80s or 90s gig.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about earlier. Dude, I'm gonna go all in and I'm gonna play stuff that people haven't heard in a long time. And it's all you're playing it at the right moment,
Yeah.
And that's I think that's what makes you a DJ. It's
and
being
it's funny
creative.
because nowadays 80s at quinceañeras and school parties is like the jam.
Well, yeah, it's like
Throwback stuff, yeah, definitely.
yeah. Because there was something you played at that homecoming. It was
Oh, yeah.
old school. It was an 80s or something song that you played,
Yeah.
and the kids were all in it, man. But it has a lot to do with the shows like Stranger Things and TikToks
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah, you got to
So a lot
keep
of these
current with
kids-
what's hitting on TV.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, a lot of these kids, they'll like I did an elementary school, and this kid came up to me and he's like, "Can you play Never Gonna Give You Up?" And I'm like, What?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We get those all the time.
Rickroll.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they dance it.
They
do
do.
the whole
They
song.
get into
They
it.
do, and I'm like, what do you know about
Never
that
gonna-
song, man? Once they, I play it and I see how they react, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Well, just like one of my school dances, the first school dance of the year that I do for this one particular school is a back to the 80s dance, and the kids know all the words
Yeah.
to the 80s music. They sing
Was that the
along
one I
to
was
it.
there with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, at the Humble
Yeah.
Humble
Civic Center.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
they started dancing like 10 minutes after the party started, all the way to the end, nonstop.
Nonstop.
Well, and the other thing you have to do is you have to know when to play it.
Yeah.
It has to be that right moment because you can't just
Yeah.
throw it out there.
No.
I did a rental for this one event, and the DJ came in there, and he's a known DJ in Houston, and he played Mr. Brightside. Now, at a prom,
Surely.
when you're doing a prom or a homecoming, as soon as they hear that little jingle at the beginning, ding, 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 what do? They scream.
They scream. They get excited. Yeah.
This dude did a remix of it,
Oh shit.
and the kids look back like, what the hell is this? And he was like, he gets on the mic, he goes, wait for it.
Oh no.
And the kids just walked off.
Yeah.
And
What do you mean, wait for
what
it?
the
No,
fuck?
you shouldn't have to tell anybody to wait for it.
Exactly, and that was my thing. Is
Oh, I
like,
got
dude,
something about the-
you got to hit that jingle at the right moment, man. It's, if you do it just right, man. I mean, you because a lot of like goes back to what I was saying about the a lot of people like, oh, well, you're an old DJ,
Yeah.
you're old. But yeah, we also have the experience, and
Yeah.
I can get a better result than what you can get with these
For
kids,
sure.
and it's just a matter of playing it at the right moment.
Yeah.
Hit him with that little jingle, and
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you do it several times, and it's just funny, man, because like I saw this guy, and he played that
did the
remix, and
Damn.
kids are like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like, "Wait for it," and they're like, "No, we're not waiting for it. We're gone.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok is like 10 seconds long. If you don't get them in 10 seconds, you lost them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when my son started getting into music, because he makes beats and produces his own music, and that was one of the things he started getting into when he was about 13.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to him the learning bars, you know, like learning your 4 bars, your 16 bars, 8 bars.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, you can't have these really long intros, because the way music is nowadays, people lose interest.
But you can,
You know?
if you know how to work them. If you work them at the
It-
right spot in the previous song and
Yeah,
bring it
yeah.
into where you have to kind of like
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
find that
yeah.
right perfect cross
Yeah, but I'm
point.
talking about, like, let's say, for
Yeah,
example,
like
is your
put a
first
10,
song.
20 second intro, yeah,
yeah.
you fucked.
Yeah, you got to know what to do. And then there's also a lot of like I have a lot of music that has the intros and outros, but I take advantage of that to make announcements or to say something on the microphone while that beat's still going.
Yeah.
Because it helps, you know. It's just like you still got
Yeah,
that
if you
beat
need to
going.
make an announcement.
You
yeah.
don't have like a bunch of dead air
Yeah.
and you're talking on the mic, you know.
Yeah.
So that helps
Maybe
a lot,
like a
you know.
4-bar intro. and
Yeah,
then
yeah, you know. So
a quick announcement.
but then you got these other guys that just slam the hook and that's it. It's like, okay, that's cool, man. But yeah,
If it works for you, that's what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about MCing? Are you do a lot of MC work?
So I do a little bit, man.
Okay.
I'm not really one to be constantly on the mic.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of guys that are especially Latinos. They do quinceañeras and they're like, you know, el sonido esto, and they're no se oye, a ver todas las chicas aquí, and they
Oh,
keep
that's
talking.
G-Man. Hold on. That's
Is that
G-Man.
you?
Go ahead,
¿Qué
G-Man.
pasó? ¿Qué
How do you do it?
¿Qué pasó?
What?
What?
He
Oh my God, he's asleep.
He doesn't do as much. Chuck, despierta, Chuck. Oh,
Despiértate,
Yeah,
güey.
of course. La raza, vamos para arriba.
no, he doesn't
No,
do
and-
that. He doesn't do that.
No, and
Nah,
it's good.
that's
to-
ghetto though. That's
Yeah, it
ghetto.
is.
To me, that's ghetto.
It's one thing, you know, like to hype them up a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But there's guys that have one song after the
You
other.
have
After
to-
the
Yeah,
other.
they just start talking.
They call them pericos.
Yeah, pericos,
Yeah,
and then,
nonstop.
and then on top of that, they had the
Not that perico.
Oh, my bad.
and then
Perico,
they
no
had-
pericazo.
and then they had all the effects, and
Yeah.
the one that I hate the most on Serato is that
Hold on,
horn.
hold on, this one.
That dun, 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 dun.
Right.
I hate that. That is the worst. effect, man. Yeah. I'm not
No,
gonna say
the-
there's a DJ out there who's really big in Houston, and yeah,
Oh, shit.
he wears the hell out of that sound.
Really?
effect. I'm
But that's
like,
part
wow.
of their shtick.
He's not
now.
talking about reggaeton, huh?
No. This guy's old school, man. He's probably older than us, and
Oh.
really good DJ.
But they
He's a really good
make
DJ.
that
Yeah.
shtick work. That that's their motto. Their image.
Yeah, I guess
They
you
make
could
it work,
say.
and that's
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of people
I just-
hire them for that reason. I mean,
I hate it, man.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
know.
the damn
I do.
sound, dude. That's like the dumbest sound.
It's funny.
There's a guy, DJ Quicksilver. He does that sound. Well, that I should say that tone, but he does the charge that whatever it is thing, and he does it all the time. And I'm like, dude, stop doing that. Sucks, you know. But
this is mine.
you know what, Pete? I never hear you do any drops. You
I
don't
don't
have
think he
any.
does.
You don't do
I
any
don't know.
drops, do you?
No.
He's a virtual DJ.
I only.
That's right. That means I don't need it to make it work.
Mátalo.
Only Serato needs those sound drops.
Oh, shit.
Heck no.
Nah, man, it's just, you know, I'm not one to use them. I mean, I have some and I use them once in a while, but I'm
Yeah.
not. Like, I mean, you've known me forever, dude. I mean, I've never been one to look at me kind of thing, you
Yeah.
know. And that's
Oh,
a
that's
lot of people.
That's
well,
the DJs nowadays. Look at me. Look,
Yeah,
look at what I
yeah.
can do for your
And-
event.
and
Look
then-
what I do. If it wasn't me, you wouldn't have had this.
well, it goes back to what I was saying. You could have 30,000 followers, but if you don't have no work, what's
Yeah.
what's the big deal? You know, besides
Quality work.
Yeah,
Because you can get work.
Yeah,
You can get work.
You can get work.
cheap ass work.
Yeah.
You can go do $35 an hour kind of work.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. We got some
Yeah.
shit talking.
Who are we calling out?
Triple
again?
M starts them really young.
What do you say?
Triple M starts them real young. Inside joke. Francisco, I do show emotion. I'm offended by your comment. Going back to the going down the list of songs. And de Franklin y Eric no van a hablar mal. The leader of Triple M does that sound effect all the time.
No, I don't. I wasn't talking about that person. I don't know who that is anyway.
I
but-
had 10 events alone on Friday.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
talking shit.
That $20,
$35 an hour DJ.
35. No, the reason I say about the MC is because if you don't do it right, if you don't
Uh-huh.
announce people the right way, it comes off. So, okay, the reason I'm saying this, because people upload stuff to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
When you upload something and you say you expect a round of applause and you don't get a round of applause, is it the people's fault or the MC's fault?
Oof. I think. Well, here's my theory when it comes to MC. And number one, you have to get people to engage.
Yeah.
If you're just talking just to talk,
Yeah.
and no one's listening, you're wasting your time.
Well, not only that, but if you don't frame something right,
Correct. Yeah.
you're not going to get the response. So they'll say, okay, y'all clap it up for the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Something like that. No emotion. And then next thing you hear on the microphone, oh, come in, y'all clap, man. This is bride and groom. Y'all clap.
Well, so
I said clap, fools.
And then they upload it
Yeah.
to Instagram. I'm like, no, why the fuck are you showing this
well,
horrible work?
it's all experience.
Come on, y'all clap.
you
Come
know.
on, y'all clap.
Yeah, right. It's all the lights come on. No. I think it's all experience depending on the event that you do. You would know this, and I'm not. I don't know you as well as I do, Pete. That's the only reason why I keep pointing.
I'm
out.
better. No.
Even though he uses,
no.
even though he uses virtual DJ, but you know. No. Well, the thing is, like for example, I did a wedding with someone a few months back, and the coordinator came up to him and said, "Hey, will you do me a favor and announce to go ahead and have people take their seats?"
Yeah.
And he got on the mic and he says, "All right, I'm gonna need y'all to take your seats now." I was like,
Oh shit.
"Okay," and everybody just kind of turned around like, "Yeah, okay." So I told him, I said, let me, I was like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if I could get you to please take your seats, we're gonna start." The way you're supposed to do it.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference.
And there's a
between doing
difference, and it's about getting people
Engaging,
to engage. Because there's another event that I did with Silos,
Okay.
and it was a black wedding, and if you don't understand black culture, there's certain that you can't do a black wedding the way you do a white wedding or a Latino wedding, because like with black culture, you have to, not that you
The
have
MC
to,
has
but
to be outgoing.
the
Very
the
outgoing.
MC you do a lot more talking, but also it's the way you put your music together. Because, like for example, with Latino weddings, you can't throw in a ballad because they'd be like, "What the hell, dude?
No,
We're trying to
not,
dance."
Not in the middle of dancing.
Right.
No.
But with black culture, you can
Oh,
throw in
yeah,
some
that's
of
all
those
night long.
R&B
Yeah,
songs,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'll get them singing along and everything.
Singing and dancing and
Right.
clapping and cheering and yep.
And when I did this gig with Silos, and I don't think he watches, but if he does, he was like, I was telling him, "Hey, try this or try that," and he was like, "No, man, I'm trying to go with a bang." I was like, "Dude, this is not."
Yeah.
Black culture is a little different.
way
You kind of
different.
have to understand it. And once he saw what I was talking about towards the end, he was like, "Oh, dude, they're all into it. They're singing
Hell
and this and
yeah.
that." It's like
It's different.
you just have to set it up right,
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about the engaging, getting
Yeah.
people to engage. If you get people to engage and
Yeah.
lock them in.
Well, see, the other thing is you lose respect for the audience if you don't engage them right.
Yeah.
If they start looking at you like, "Oh shit, this guy don't know what he's doing." This is
Man, let me tell
embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
if you can get control of your crowd, you
Yeah.
can play Mary Had a Little Lamb and they're in, Seriously.
Chicken dance.
Yeah, the chicken dance. As long as you have control
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want, and they'll
Yeah.
engage. They'll because
They respect you. It's a respect thing.
They will, and a lot of it, and because he was telling me, he's like, "Well, dude, it's because Silos, he's got an accent. He's got a real heavy accent." But I told him, I was like, "Dude, don't let that get in your
Doesn't
head."
matter, yeah.
I
You do
told him,
it
I said, it has nothing to do with your accent. What it has to do with is the way you engage with them. I was like, a lot of people actually think that the accent is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
If you have an accent, it's like European people, they or like, let's say, Australian people, they have that
Oh
accent.
yeah.
And a lot of people think like that's kind of cool, for us, but for them it's like it's just normal.
Normal talking.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling him. I was like, don't let that accent get into your head,
Yeah.
man. Just engage them, and once you do that, you don't have to be a great MC. It's just all about
Yeah.
how.
And even there's events where no matter how you say it, they're not gonna sit down. No matter how you say it,
Yeah,
it's like and I've had a lot of
Those
American
damn
events.
Asians.
Huh?
I said those damn Asians.
No, I've had American events. White people that don't sit down when you tell them. They're just chit chatting. So what I came up with is, I'll say it a couple times. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take your seats. We're about to get started. And they're still chit chatting away. They act like they didn't hear you or anything. So what I say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started. And they still don't sit down. And so I do my good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to so-and-so's wedding reception. That's when they start rushing to the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is this
Very
smoke bothering you, dude?
No.
Okay, just making sure, dude. I mean, I know, I know it's not that special smell that you got in this tea here, but you know,
Horchata.
Chati.
that
My lungs are okay.
homegrown plant.
FBI, open up.
Oops.
Shit.
Yeah.
Pete, where you going, Pete?
Just gonna go to the back door.
But you know, and maybe I haven't watched your show a whole lot,
Yeah.
you know, from the beginning. But I mean, I don't know your background a whole lot, and I don't know yours either. I know this fool. I'm not even worried about him.
Yeah.
You know,
got a
but
background
so
check on
so
him?
what? Did,
So
no,
I cut Pete's yard for a living.
Did you?
Yeah, I cut Pete's yard. And,
That's a big yard, dude.
yeah. No, tell me about it.
That's a big backyard, man. It's like, dude, you got
I
dead
mainly
bodies
do-
back there or something. You know? Cemetery.
I go into the pond.
Yeah.
He does yard work, and I do. I
The
wash
roof.
his
He's a
cars.
roofer. You know nothing about DJ. No.
No.
Hey, I'll tell you where the money's at, man. Taco trucks. Those guys make a killing, man.
You think?
Taco trucks.
Depending.
If you can get home with your money.
Well, yeah,
If you
depending.
can get home
You
with-
better have some damn good tacos. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
But there's some, man, that are like making a killing. I'm like, damn. You know,
Yeah,
dude.
it blew up about 10 years ago, 2008. It started
Yeah,
going up. Yeah.
isn't it funny, man? It's like in Mexico, you know, just like you,
Yeah, no,
you had trucks, like food trucks everywhere,
Yeah.
and then now you see them everywhere here. You know,
Have you seen
it's
what's
the same
going on
thing.
in California?
They're
They're kicking the shit out of a taco truck
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
then you have the people that take up for them.
yeah. They have a people that actually go find the people that
That
no they
tore up
had-
their stuff?
Yeah, tore up their they.
Oh, is that like the one that
Yeah.
with the fruit, like that one
Yeah.
one guy that was
Yeah.
tearing up the fruit stand?
So
or
Yeah.
whatever?
what they're doing is they're not giving out the permits that they should
Mm.
to the people that want to do it legally. So the police and the local city officials go and try to bully them into not.
Is that kind of like when people try to feed the homeless or whatever?
Yeah.
They get a ticket or whatever kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's
Just
crazy.
to try to stop them.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's crazy.
So you do weddings and quinceañeras?
I
and
mainly
all that
do
too?
weddings and quinceañeras.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few corporate parties, and then for Pete, I help him out with some of the proms, some of the.
Yeah, I helped him out once with the. I didn't know what I was doing, but it turned out I did.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, well, he asked me. He's like, "Hey, man, can you?" He goes, "I'm short a person. Can you help me out with this photo booth?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, I've never run a photo booth, man. What do you do?" He's like, "Just don't let the kids take advantage of you." I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. Then it was just press the button, and then like took control of the kids. Like, stand behind that line.
Yeah, they're pretty mellow.
Yeah, that well,
Yeah.
you know, well, Katie is kind of easy, you know, because a lot of those kids are, you know,
They're pretty well
good.
behaved.
Well, depends on what side of Katie you're
Yeah.
talking about too. You know?
I deal with the good side.
Yeah, you got the good side, and you got the really bad side. So, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's it. But it's you know, it's fun, man. When you know, when you have contacts like
Yeah.
like, you know, Pete, you know, it's like when I like what I was saying, when I was at my peak, you know, when I was doing all my stuff with the knot and all that stuff, and then now a lot of people call me to outsource me, just to, hey man, can you go do this event for me?
Yeah.
And I kind of do that now, simply because it's one, I don't have to worry about advertising, I don't have to worry about
Yep.
you know, doing all this and that. You know, it's a lot less headache. It's like, okay, you deal with the client, just
yeah,
you know, tell me what they need, tell me, you know, let me talk to the client, what kind of music they want, whatever, and then once I go do the gig, you know, people are happy. And I know you guys talked about this at another podcast where you were saying about, okay, well, what happens when somebody wants to hire you for another event?
yeah. That's,
You know,
that's
how does-
interesting.
Yeah, because, you know, like, and this happened to you with, we're not going to say his name, where he was passing out his cards
Oh, shit.
at your event.
Mhm.
You know, it was one of your clients, and that's, you know, my theory is like, you tell people up front, like when I used to do Macy's, for example, when I had all the Macy's events, I would send out guys and I would tell them, hey, look, anything that has to do with Macy's, you know, if it's another Macy's client or whatever, like let's say, you know, Dolce & Gabbana or whoever, you know,
Yeah.
from Macy's, send them to me.
Yeah.
If anybody comes up to you about a private party or something, that's all you, man.
Oh, you let them do that.
Yeah,
you let 'em
that
do
has nothing to do with me. That you earned that. You know, that was my theory. But as far as anything that was inside of Macy's, you know, it was
Have
come
to
talk to
come
me.
back to you.
So it's the same thing. If I go do a wedding for him,
Yeah.
you know, somebody says, "Hey, do you private parties?" Well, yeah, I do. Well, can you give me your card? No, well, listen, this is not my event.
Yeah.
You know, this is someone else's. But you know what? Call this guy and just let him know that you saw me here, and
He'll take
you
care
know, yeah. And I think that's the way it should be. But there's a
Yeah.
lot of guys out there that they're like, "Well, I'm doing a gig," and
Well,
you know,
no, their mentality is different because they think, well, I'm the one rocking the event, so I'm the one that earned this referral.
And you did, and if you did earn it, that's great. Then that means if you have a good
You have to
relationship
pay
with
respect to
this
the person
guy,
that passed you off.
exactly. Then he knows that it's like, okay, hey man, because you did it out of common courtesy to tell him to come to me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you this gig.
Yeah.
You know? I'm still gonna
for
make
sure.
my little cut, but you're
Exactly.
still gonna make good money.
Yeah.
That's always been my theory
Yeah.
too. Because you should never undercut. Well, undercutting DJs, there's a bunch of those. We can have a whole story about that too. But yeah, it should always. I think you should always kind of, not that it really needs to be said, but I think with the newer generation, it does need to be said.
But you see it over, like, it's like history repeats itself over and over and over again, because it's happening right now as we speak. DJs undercutting other DJs because they undercut the DJ that now is in charge. When he started, it's like karma's paying them back.
Yeah. I mean, there's like these companies like they'll waste your time, and they'll come and undercut you at these bars and stuff.
Oh yeah, they'll even come and offer to do it for free.
Oh yeah. I've matter of fact, at Tailgate, when we were at Tailgate, I mean, they came in there and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll do this and that." And the good thing is, I had a good relationship with that owner there, and
Same
he
here.
basically told him, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
He basically told him like that, and then after I left, he took over, and Pete
He
had a
undercut
really
you?
good relationship.
Oh, shit.
No, Pete didn't undercut me. No. Pete.
They probably charged more.
No. Pete used to cover for me, man.
Yeah.
He was my
Yeah.
backup, and then once I took off, he took it over, man.
Yeah.
And it was, we actually made a lot of good contacts with,
We
which
did.
I'm sure with Steve, he probably gave you some advice on.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. And that dude, let me tell you,
Yeah.
that
He's
one
good,
guy,
man.
he was one of the craziest owners, man. Like when it came to the
Yeah.
bar, dude, that guy,
Man.
he would work. I mean, I've never seen a bar owner work his ass off like the way this
Really?
guy did.
Mhm.
Dude, he was there in the morning. He was there in the kitchen cooking if he
Yep.
had to. He was working the bar. He would sit down with customers like, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
that happened to me once at a
Did you-
tailgate. Yeah, we went.
Okay.
Who did I go with? I went with 2 other DJs, and it was kind of slow. I mean, there was probably like 20 people in there, and we're drinking. And he comes over here and like, "Hey, what's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Talks to you, blah blah blah."
Oh, so
Y'all
you
want a
know
shot?
Steve.
Y'all
So
want a
you know
shot?
Steve.
Yeah, I know him
Okay,
through
okay.
Pete, and then
Okay.
but I don't think he remembered me at that
Yeah.
time. It was just like a random
Oh, okay.
that day, and like, "Hey, well, y'all want a shot?" Like, yeah. And he
Oh,
did his
God.
favorite shot.
Jaeger bomb. You want a Jaeger bomb? Jaeger bomb. Jaeger bomb. Jaeger bomb.
Dude.
Yeah,
Cherry bomb.
It was a Jaeger bomb.
I think I'm traumatized from there, man.
Too many
Dude,
shots.
Dude, he was like every time he's like, "Oh, you need a shot." No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good, Steve. No, you need a shot.
Oh shit! Oh, no wonder
Yeah,
Pete. Pete does the same thing here. During the podcast, if you look at some of the ones before
Yeah.
the first ones,
Yeah.
he's
Oh
like,
no.
you need a shot.
Yeah, no. That
You
man,
need a shot.
That man,
You need a shot.
that man must
Wanna
have
get
had
one?
his liver bypassed.
Oh, yeah, but you know what's funny? So when he this is when I was at Course.
My
Systems.
brother knows him too. Steve at Tailgates is the man.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Steve was a cold. He had a temper though, man.
He's on
Oh.
YouTube.
Man, you just don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
shit.
we used
I
to
think
have
Pete gets that from them too.
big old rumbling days. Man, we
Oh,
used to
yeah.
get in fights with customers and kick them out.
Oh yeah, I seen him throw people out in the concrete and everything. Take
Me
them out in
too.
chokeholds. He threw a girl. Do you remember that one girl he threw
Oh,
on the
shit.
ground?
No.
He picked up a girl and body slammed her, dude.
What the?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he-
me too.
Between me, Steve, and the 2 bouncers, man, we used to whoop up on some people and throw them out.
Dude, but
You
let me-
want to act up in here? Wham! Out of here.
Let me tell you, man. That
Let
when
me
so
get
when
some
I
more of that
first
Buffalo Trace.
so I was at what do you call it? I don't. My mind went blank. He said Buffalo Trace. Everything. Dude, everything
He
just
wants.
went out the
He
window.
wants some. He wants to do a shot. He wants to do a shot.
I won't. I don't do shots. I'll sip on it.
Don't lie. Don't
Yeah.
lie. He doesn't do
But
shots.
now that he walked away,
Exactly.
let's talk about his ass since he walked away. Don't look at his ass. I'm talking about him. You know,
Oh,
not-
oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
He's the one talking about ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that kind of ass. No. But so the thing with Steve, man, when I first started working there, I was at Core Systems, and he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, I need a DJ, and I just opened up this place in Midtown." And he's like, on my Wednesday nights, he goes, "Thank
Oh
you."
shit.
He
Not
says, like,
influence.
he's
Shoot
like,
it. Shoot it.
"No, I don't shoot. I sit." No. So,
Shoot it.
cheers, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Cheers with my tea.
Cheers with the
That special
My
brew.
horchata. Yeah.
Souping.
There you go.
Have you had Buffalo Trace?
So yeah. I
Yes,
love
it's
Buffalo
good.
Trace.
My
man.
brother got me into it.
Yeah, I don't do the Jack Daniels and stuff anymore.
Really?
That was back in my 20s days when I didn't know anything about whiskey. But no,
In 2020.
MD-20.
Oh God, MD-2020.
Oh, we had
What
that
was
on a podcast.
What? Really?
Remember?
Yes.
Remember?
Whew.
What was the other one? The Strawberry Hill or whatever it was. That was
Oh
called?
no, no, it was
Remember that?
limoncello.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What was the other one? The Bartles and James or whatever it was. The coolers.
Man, I,
Wine
talking about
coolers.
back in the
It was
day?
Wine coolers back in the day.
Oh,
Wine
yeah.
coolers.
Wine
Bartles and
coolers,
James, and then
jeez.
Zima.
Zima. Oh,
Zima
God,
was
God,
the
you
shit.
have to put that little grenadine in there to make it give some color. Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, back to Steve. So he came up to me he says, "Hey man, I'm doing this Wednesday nights," and he goes, "I want to start building it. I just built this bar." And this dude was insane, man. He would do dollar drinks,
Yep.
dollar beer on Wednesday nights.
damn.
And when I first started there, I mean, it was just dead. He had like one bartender and like two waitresses. Dude, by the time we were done,
Yeah.
he had like 7 waitresses and like 4
And
bartenders.
And a line of people waiting to get in.
Oh man, the Wednesdays before Thanksgiving, dude.
Oh, that was the.
It was
crazy day.
around the corner.
Just waiting for shots or
The,
for
the
beer.
door guy, just for letting people in, came out of there one night with $800.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for letting
It
people
was.
in.
It was so hot in there.
Oh my
so the air
God.
conditioner couldn't keep
It
up.
was. It would get so.
This was
packed
a
in there, man.
Midtown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is in Midtown. This is a
Shit.
tailgate, dude. And then right at the end of the night, dude, of the night, that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, dude, you couldn't walk through the floor. There's just bottles and trash
Damn.
everywhere, man.
Yep.
It was
Crazy.
And remember the Halloween costume contest?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude, it was just get so crazy, dude. It's,
My brother said $1 beers got me through college.
let me tell you, man, it is, that tailgate, man. That was the spot back in the
Dang,
day,
it
man.
was.
And then that Wednesday night, his
Oh,
his
yeah, there
carry-
was a lot of college people.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember.
you had U of H
Yeah.
down the street,
Right
man. You had Central Campus and downtown, you know.
Mhm.
So then, and then on top of that, then I remember on Fridays and Saturdays it was just dead. And he's like, "Man, how are we gonna get people in here?" And I was like, "Dude, let's do karaoke." Oh, that's stupid. Nobody wants to get up there and sing. Dude, next thing you know, it just turned into a
Yeah.
karaoke bar. And literally, if you wanted to sing karaoke at tailgate, dude,
Yeah.
you would have to wait at least an hour
Yeah.
before you could sing. And there was that I
Damn.
can't remember that guy's name. He would like, "Hey man, slide me in." Did he give you a 20 so you could bump him up? And dude, I come out of there $250
Oh yeah.
you
Easy.
know, 200 bucks
easy.
Christ.
You
tips,
come out with
man.
some-
Yeah, yeah.
There wasn't a lot of karaoke back in the day.
No.
Not a
No,
lot of
no.
options.
Well, the only other option you had over there was Spotlight,
Yeah.
but Spotlight only did the they rented the rooms out and stuff,
Mhm.
so it was a little different. But he was one of the first ones doing karaoke out there, man. And
They killed it.
dude, he took it to a whole nother level, and then he opened up the one in the Heights, and you know, and that dude was smart, man, because after he sold it, he's still, you know, his name is still up there.
Yeah.
I think he still gets royalty monies out of that, right?
No. He sold it
sold it all
outright,
out.
but they're still kind of paying him off.
Yeah. So he can sit at home, but that dude cannot sit at home.
No.
Beer
no,
pong
we-
tournaments Mondays. My brother said.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. We haven't even gotten into the arm wrestling tournaments
Yeah.
when all those broken arms that we have finally had to stop
What?
doing. You
No
know?
way.
Yeah, yeah. We, you know, you'd see
Oh,
these
shit.
guys doing arm wrestling. All of a sudden, you hear pop. Oh man, I was like, yeah. And he had to stop that, man.
Damn.
He had to stop those. And then you know we had karaoke contests. We had
Yep.
the Halloween costume contest, and it's crazy because it was like a small bar, man. It wasn't.
Oh,
even
yeah.
that
Yeah, it was very
big.
small.
It was very small, but he made a killing, man. It was just, you know, he made a lot of money just at that spot, man. And he had a lot of, I mean, he had so many regulars, man.
Yeah.
And he was, like I said, he was one of those guys that would just work. He would not, you know, he'd he'd come out of there drunk because he was always buying, you know, people shots to try to get him to come back, kind of like you were
Yeah.
saying. And he would always do that. He was like sit down with customers and, you know, have drinks with them and whatnot. And people liked them. And then, of course, everybody knew Steve. Oh, I know the owner. Everybody's like, I know the owner.
Oh no! What I used to love it was when people pretended they knew the owner, and you get these girls coming in going, "I know Christian." I'm like, "Who's Christian?" Christian's the owner, and I'm like, "No, that's not his name."
Yeah. Yeah. He was a good dude, man. He had a really good heart, but man, did he have a temper on him.
Yeah.
He had a temper, and he was,
Perfectionist.
Well, no, I mean, it was
Yeah.
funny because I remember one time. Okay, so Steve had this thing where he did not like Lil Wayne,
oh yeah.
and this is when Lil Wayne was super popular, and he just did not want any Lil Wayne played. Period.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I can play a whole bunch of other stuff
Oh,
other
yeah, I
than
remember
Lil
you
Wayne.
told me that. Don't just whatever you do, don't play with Lil Wayne. One
Yeah.
time to
There's
cover
certain
for
stuff
And-
you couldn't play with him.
And Steve was standing up there on the rail just talking to me. We're BSing. And this guy comes up and he goes, "Hey, man, can you put on Lil Wayne?" I said, "Nope, let me stop you right there. If you have any other requests, I will be more than happy to put it on for you.
There's no damn
I just
Lil
can't do any Lil Wayne in here tonight. I'm sorry." What? I'm like, yeah, man, sorry. If you got another request, I'll play it for you, but I can't do Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And he goes, you suck.
No,
And then right at that point, Steve goes, what is it that he wanted? And I said he wanted Lil Wayne. And then Steve looks down into the guy. He goes, sorry, brother. But right at the same time he's saying sorry, brother, to the guy goes, your DJ sucks. Steve reached down, grabbed him by the shirt. He goes, what the hell did you say about my DJ? And he just drug him out.
He will rough you up, man.
He will rough you up.
Yeah.
And he threw him out. That guy was like, his legs were just dragging across the floor. Steve had him, threw him out.
Yeah. Steve didn't give a shit,
That
man.
is
Steve that's one thing, he would take care of his people, man.
Yeah.
He would take care of his people.
Emotional
So my brother said
damage.
Steve came out on Shark Tank with one of
Yeah,
his
he
He did.
events,
He did. He had his
Yeah.
his bucket or whatever it was.
They're,
table.
no. It was
Yeah.
table jacks.
Table jacks.
Yeah, that's
Table
what it was.
jacks.
Table jacks. Yeah.
That was a good invention, man.
That
It's
was
a great invention.
Did he ever sell them? I don't remember if he did or didn't.
I don't know.
No,
He-
he's
he-
still selling them like to
Yeah.
individual.
Oh,
He's got
okay.
people working for him that do
He
that.
he was a smart dude, man. Like I said, that guy would work, man. That
Yeah.
guy would not. I mean, he would work his ass off, man. He couldn't sit still. You know, he was constantly going from one bar, the one on Washington.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was going back over there, coming back, and he was always looking to see what do we need, and he was one of those dudes that, you know, a lot of bar owners, you know, no offense, but I know you're not this kind of, but you know, but there's a lot of bar owners that like you got moving heads and stuff like that. You got some nice
Yeah.
lights, but there's some bars here, man. They're like, oh no, I just want that $99 light.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, he didn't give a shit. What do we need?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, well, Steve, you know, I don't give a shit. Let's just get it in
Let's
here.
get it in here.
Yeah, and that was his thing, man. Is let's just get it in here, and you know, I mean, he was successful, man, and now he's made a lot of money, and now he's driving trucks, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, he started his own trucking company.
Damn.
Yeah. He's
Non-stop.
and I think his kids are all grown now,
Yeah.
so he's just basically traveling
in.
and basically enjoying it, you know. But yeah, that was a good spot to work for, man.
But man, that man could drink. I'm just telling you.
Jesus.
He literally sat up in the DJ booth with me, and we did 17 rounds of shots
Oh, Lord.
in a row because he kept like ordering rounds of shot for this table, and they'd come up to the DJ booth. We'd do a shot, and then the other table would be like, "Hey, where's ours?
no.
Oh, y'all want some too? Okay."
damn.
Tell the waitress, bring us another round of shots. 17 shots in a row.
How did you walk out
I
of there?
got to the point where I couldn't even talk.
well, you know what's funny is that people would always give him shit about like, how do you do it, man? I mean, $1 drinks, that's crazy. But people didn't realize that with those $1
Yeah.
drinks,
You-
people were following with shots.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Food, his burgers were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So let me tell
Yeah.
this to my brother. We have, I know you missed it. We have the actual
Oh.
Astros ring.
You can open it. You can open it if you want. So you can
He
see.
was this guy was the DJ for the Astros during the 2022
2022 World Series.
World
yeah.
Series right
Yeah.
here.
I was there for the championship game. It was
Yeah.
it was fun, man.
Brother went to U of H and big Houston fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, man. Yeah. One of the girls, or actually a couple of the girls that shooting stars. Oh, Abby. She's one of the shooting stars. I think this is her last year, or was her last year. She graduated from U of H,
Yeah,
and she's a reporter for the courtside or something for the basketball team.
nice.
And but really nice girl, and that's why I was saying like a lot of people don't, you know, for us it's just kind of like, oh, it's just one of the girls
Yeah.
from the shooting stars. But other people
Actually,
that seen,
did
they're
for
like,
they won the championship this year, right? The Houston basketball,
I don't know, man. I
They-
don't
yeah.
follow basketball that much.
and I think it was this year or last year. It was a game 6.
Yeah.
And I did their sparkler. They did a like a pre-season whole thing with. They hired me to do sparklers, so they do like their pre-year press, whatever.
Yeah.
And we did the sparklers for them. That year they won the championship.
Pete almost did the Final Four, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost did the Final Four. In fact, he called me because he was like, "Well, you got experience with the sports stuff, so you
Yeah.
know."
Yeah.
And but I don't know how that didn't fall through.
Oh,
or
see, my
whatever.
brother said he was there at the stadium, game 6.
Game 6. I was there. I
2022.
was the DJ there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when Jordan, you know, hit that home run and brought us back. It was that game 6. We were all like, "Oh shoot, looks like
Yeah.
we were down 2-0 or something
But
like
that's
that."
been the story for Houston. I mean,
Yeah.
even this year, they almost didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
struggling.
Well, you know, this
real
year
hard.
I knew we weren't going to make it, man.
Yeah.
It was just too many. You know, once I saw that we were going to play the Rangers,
Yeah.
I was like, we're not going to get past the
Oh,
Rangers.
really?
And people were like, "Oh no, we're going to get them."
I think we could have done it if
We
they
coulda.
wouldn't have taken our pitcher out.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's so many things that that happen with the Astros. That, I think Dusty was talking about how he he was getting criticized or something
Yeah.
or the other, and
The
he-
whole year.
Yeah,
was
after he
in prison.
retired, he brought that up, and so it was like, okay, well, I don't know what happened, but there was I think there was a lot of internal things going on with the Astros, and that's why they just didn't. I think they had a chance to do it,
Yeah.
but just because of maybe all the drama they had going on or whatever,
Yeah,
that's probably
couldn't
why.
concentrate or
Yeah, yep. So, yeah, it was, but like I said, it was an experience, man. Like I tell people, it's like, dude, I'm not, I mean, it was great, but I don't go around telling people, hey, look at me, I'm the DJ,
Yeah.
whatever, I mean, it was a great experience, and that's the end
So
of it.
you're doing
I
it
guess.
next year?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it next year. We'll see. Right now, I think the thing they have coming up is the tryouts for the cheerleaders.
Okay.
I did it the past 2 years. I don't know if I'll do it this year. Like I said, we just got to come to terms, because
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's one of those things where there's a guy that books it, and then there's that goes through Major League,
Mm.
and then Major League approves it, and then that's how it kind of works out. So
So not everybody can just apply.
no. It has to be approved through Major League.
So it is who you know.
Huh?
It is who you know.
Well, I mean, look,
Yes and no, but you still, like I
No,
said, you
of
still have
course.
to deliver.
hold on a
You
second.
still-
Hold
you
on.
still
hold
have
on.
to deliver
About that.
because-
Let me just chime in about this. It's who you know.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This is what, the fourth largest city, third largest city in the
Shit,
U.S.
yeah.
Okay. You got what? A couple thousand DJs in the city of
You
Houston.
got more than that, a couple hundred, maybe.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple 100,000, maybe.
Yeah.
So yes, eventually,
everybody's a DJ.
Yeah.
exactly. Everybody's a DJ. So
in Espanol, DJ.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not everybody can be that DJ. So
No.
in order to get into that position,
To where you know somebody.
you have to know somebody, and
Yeah.
that somebody has to know somebody who's good to
Yeah.
get you in there. So yeah, it is who
Combination
you
of
know.
both.
That's the way of life.
Do you need DJ skills to be there? Like
Well, of
actual
course.
DJ?
You do
Okay.
because you still, like I said, it's
Still
a
gotta
lot
be a
more
good
than just
DJ.
DJ skills. Well,
Do you
number
get-
one, you have to. They want you to play energy music.
Yeah.
So,
you choose the music or you're limited?
well, no, you're limited because
Okay.
remember you
Certain.
can't play the music that like you got to be. That's the other thing you got to be careful about is some of those opponent players they have certain songs they come out
Okay.
to. So you can't
don't wanna play
the
that
so-
song.
You don't want to play that
song.
song. But then they also have their songs they play throughout the regular season, like Sandstorm
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like what's the other one? I Got a Feeling or something like
Mhm.
that. So they play a bunch of them like that they don't want you to play because like well people already heard this during regular
Yeah.
season. So they want you to do something a
Something
little
new.
different.
Okay.
Yeah. But that first hour and a half that you're actually DJing, I mean you go all in. But
Yeah.
like for me, I did everything. I did anything from salsa to reggaeton,
Okay.
cumbias,
Nice.
hip hop. Didn't play any banda though, so
I was just gonna
but-
ask that.
No peso pluma. What?
No. Well, but the thing is,
Man, I would have just thrown it in.
the peso pluma.
No, any song, any banda song, just to hear that.
Oh
scream.
no, I don't know, man. I don't know it. I don't
Do
know.
you think
What,
it's
I don't
too
know what to
many-
play, man. But about 90% of the fans are all Latinos at the Astros
Yeah,
games.
that's what I'm saying. I think you would have gotten a big roar just to hear
they,
the banda.
well, they do tragos amargos.
Okay.
They do tragos
that,
amargos,
that,
and
that
the
would
whole
probably be
crowd-
the safest song to
but
play.
they do it. You can't do it.
Who
They-
does?
The Astros?
Okay.
The Astros do because they have the
Yeah.
guy up there in the booth that does it. And when they play tragos amargos, man, people just go nuts.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
And
Like
it-
if you would have thrown a banda that you would have known.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you
I
don't know
can't,
what it
I
is?
can't do
No.
it. And well, here's my thing is I don't because there's a lot of DJs out there that'll be like, oh, just give me the music, man, and I'll play it. But it's like, well, that's kind of like saying, give me the hip hop and I'll play
Yeah.
it, or like, and especially like, let's say you got people from Louisiana.
Mhm.
I learned this the hard way. I did not know that people from New Orleans they're not the ones that actually listen to Zydeco. It's actually people from Lafayette, And I was like, one time I was doing an event, they were from New Orleans. I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to play some Zydeco for them.
When they're looking at you.
They looked at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? But again, it's because I was
Yeah.
just thinking, okay, well, Louisiana. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got
know
Louisiana
that,
hip hop.
yeah.
Yeah, you got Louisiana hip hop and stuff like that. So
Yeah. No,
you got to really know the music, man. To be
New
able-
Orleans wants that
you know.
bounce.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Yep.
like salsa.
Yeah.
You got Puerto Rican salsa,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got Cuban salsa, you got
Colombia.
Colombian salsa. So you got to know which one is which, And that's the thing is that there's just so many
Yeah.
genres in Spanish. There's tons of genres in Spanish, man.
There's so
What is it?
much.
What is it now? Bombaton or whatever it's called.
Cubaton.
Mamboton.
Mamboton.
Mambo.
I think it is. Yeah.
Mambo.
So there's so many that
I don't
like,
get
what the
into
hell,
that. Yeah, I don't get into the mamboton.
What is it? Is it like reggaeton?
It's like reggaeton, but with a different beat.
Or like
Yeah.
merengue or something?
No,
kinda?
no, it's
Just a
still a
different
reggaeton beat, but it's just more of a I
Kind
don't
of
know,
like dembow, no?
dembow.
I don't even. What is dembow?
Dembow. That's a little bit older though. Dembow is más viejo, no?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little older.
Yeah,
but
they're just like Mumbaton came to like kind of like step into the mode.
Yeah.
Kind of like mambo music. salsa.
Dembo. They're running out of words, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many genres, man. It's hard to keep up, man. But
All right,
how much time we got, man? I don't want to bore anybody to death.
Whenever you're ready.
Dude. I don't go to bed till like 2 or 3. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll stay until
We
that.
can-
We'll stay till 3 then. 3 it is.
Oh shit. Oh no, they close.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys want to go to.
What's that?
If you get a taco.
Oh, there's a taco place next door. Dude, I need to get on the diet,
Next
man.
door,
I
next
just,
door.
you know,
It's
I've been
right down
trying.
the street, though.
A couple
I've been
blocks
trying
away.
to. What can you eat, dude? I mean, are you okay to eat anything?
We
Yeah,
just had a
pretty much.
quesadilla
Mm,
Just had a
2
With
hours
hot
ago.
sauce.
quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
So you,
Quesadilla with a hot sauce.
so you had this surgery, man. What's it like to have one nut? I mean, you know, I'm just curious.
Well,
man.
sir, they took both of them
We
out.
started
so-
with balls. We ended with balls.
Yes, that's right. We know what's on his mind. His whiskey balls.
Puros huevos y chorizo.
let me suck on that. Man.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Damn it.
I'm waiting for him to burn
I
himself.
almost did. It's hard. It's hard
Shut
with
down.
cigars. You got to keep up, man. Otherwise, it'll go out on you.
Mine
you know?
got fluffy. This is the first one I
Yeah.
get fluffy.
Is that the one I bought?
Yeah.
Wow, what the hell did you do to that, man?
When I try to take off the wrapper, I
Yeah.
nicked the.
Oh yeah. He's still going strong, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys like it? Is it pretty good?
It's good. Dude.
Yeah.
This is probably
Yeah.
the best one I've had.
Yeah, Perdomo makes some really good cigars, man.
Man, Pete loved it too.
Oh, man, it's the best.
So most of the time when Chuck's here, all the smoke goes this way.
Yeah.
Today
Oh,
I've noticed.
It's going out, yeah.
Exactly. What the?
I don't know. You
We need Chuck
You
back.
know,
He's
I
the
think
smoke
magnet.
attractor.
I think I figured it out. He's got that subconscious. He doesn't want to be on camera with sucking, you know, like with his lips like that. I think that's what it is. You know?
But then
There's
he's
a lot of gay coming off of this
then,
guy today.
What
Then
the
he's
hell,
got the straw.
What's going on here?
you know,
Bolas
it's, funny.
and
It's
sucking.
I think him and Carlos need to be on the same show.
Did Carlos say some gay shit? not Crazy Legs Carlos.
No, not that
Oh,
Carlos.
not that
no.
Carlos.
I know
We're talking about Carlos Ramirez.
He's asleep already.
I'm gonna imitate Carlos right now. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I've been doing this.
I do what I do.
I just, I started on turntable. Like, come on, man. I know you're not that guy, man. It's like, But, it's funny because Carlos, I've known him for years. I know we didn't know each other like we were friends or not. I just knew who he was. And it's just funny that he's real. He can be a crazy guy, but that day he was just real mellow.
I think he was
like,
you don't realize that people get nervous when you don't do
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah.
it's not your regular thing.
maybe.
And I think you put yourself in a different mindset.
Yeah, well, when it's your first time sitting here, it's
Yeah.
going to be nerve-wracking.
I noticed that like people are there like nervous.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we're just talking.
Forrest was shaking a little bit.
Forrest was shaking.
And I mean, whenever they first said, "Well, we're going to interview you," I was like,
Yeah,
"All right,
and
but
Pete said,
no questions."
don't ask me no questions. So you know what I said? Though this is gonna be an interview that is not an interview.
Yeah, that's right.
I can see Pete right now. So, Pete, how did you get started? I started.
I just started.
I just started. That's
First, they came out of the womb.
it. Next question.
Next question.
Yeah, man. No, but it's funny. Like even with DJing, dude, if I have a slow crowd,
Yeah.
I can't get into it, man. And a lot of guys will say, well, man, that's the time you really
Yeah.
got to go in so people can see it. But for me, it's like if I get a crowd,
Yeah.
I'll figure
Slow.
them out.
Right.
I mean, they don't have to be dancing, but I know once I see the crowd and I read the crowd, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I know where to go. And once I get that crowd going, that's what I do. I feed off the crowd, man.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's just
There's certain
it's
crowds
just
that
weird.
don't.
Well,
don't
there's
pick
some
up.
guys that they get nervous. Even though they're DJs, they get nervous.
Yeah.
Like oh my God, what am I gonna play next? What am I gonna play next? And me,
Yeah.
I'm more like, dude, I know what I'm hitting with next. I
Mhm.
know what I got next. I already got.
If that ain't work, this might work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not. But once you get them going, is what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like you're
Oh
already.
yeah. Once you get them going. Then
Yeah, you already like 2-3 songs
Downhill.
ahead. You're like, I already know what I'm hitting with next.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I, like you're saying, some people get nervous. Like for me, I'm comfortable talking on the mic. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me one bit. Because I mean, hell, playing in front of 46,000 people. I guess it can't get any worse than that.
You
When you
cannot get worse.
Dude, especially when you got cameras all over your face and you don't even know it, because that's the worst thing is you don't know who's
you don't know when
watching.
you're looking. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't know when you're on TV
yeah.
either. You don't know when you're on TV, so you don't know who's watching. You don't know what's.
Just do what you do.
Yeah, I mean, they might catch you with, you're
Picking a bird.
Yeah, man. It was like I'm over here scratching my ear. Shit, then lost my headphones and shit.
Picking,
Well,
a,
I could
picking a wedgie.
El perro.
People standing behind you like, damn, what's that smell, man?
Sorry, I couldn't get to the shower.
Right? Yeah, it's like I wouldn't have put shower. You can go to the bathroom, man. It's like, you forgot to unload, man. But yeah, man, I get comfortable with just like I said with the crowd. Like a lot of people ask me, what was it like? I mean, were you nervous? And I'm like, you know what? It's weird, man, because like the Astros, the way they put it to me was like, dude, you're part of it. You're part of basically like Orbit and all the other guys. So don't feel like you have to be like you have to feel like an outsider. They were really nice about it.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
really
and
nice.
As a matter of fact, I had a game. I think it was Game 5. I had a wedding that day,
Oh,
and I had to back out of that wedding. Not because we didn't have a choice. Because like I said with Astros, it was one of those things where like you have to be approved through Major League.
Yeah.
But the girl, the bride, she already knew because she knew from the year before that
You
I
had
did
already
that.
told her, hey,
Yeah,
this might happen.
And she told me and I told her, and Johnny Black actually, I think you guys had Johnny Black
Yeah,
here.
we did.
He actually covered for me, man. One of his
Nice.
guys. So he was, big shout out to him, man. He was
Yeah.
really cool about it. And he actually did me a favor too, because the bride and her now husband, they're huge Astros fans.
Nice.
So what I did is I got Bob Ford, which is the guy that brings out all the players.
Oh, wow.
He's been there for years.
Yeah.
He did a drop for me. Like, hey, congratulations, their names and whatnot. And I asked Johnny, I was like, can you do me a favor and play this for them during the wedding? And he did that. So they said they loved it.
Oh, man, they gotta love it.
So yeah, it was really cool, and they were real nice about it. They were very understanding, and and like I said, Johnny Black came through and he
Cool.
covered it. So
That's good to know.
yeah. It's good when you know a lot of guys like that, man, and they're
Exactly.
like, you can actually, 'cause there's and you guys know, being in this business, you can burn a lot of bridges.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Burn a lot of
sure.
bridges.
Easily, yeah.
I try my hardest, not to, but there's always some guys that are, it just doesn't work out.
They
I guess,
don't have the right attitude
yeah.
to work with you.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, but yeah, man, it's a good thing y'all got going here, man. We need to try to get you some more DJs in here, man. I was actually we should try to get Vin, maybe do a podcast over there at his spot, and bring some of his Mega 5 guys. I don't know if you're familiar with the Mega 5 or Mega DJ. So DJ Main Event, for example, he's sponsored by, or he does stuff for, he's sponsored and he does stuff for Monster,
Okay.
the energy drink. He does a lot of events for them. There's a lot of guys that basically do a lot of stuff with Mega DJ, and they're doing a bunch of other big events. Some of them may not want to talk, like Remix. I don't know if you guys know Remix. That boy does not like to talk. Well, he doesn't like people anyway. He's a little. He has he's got like a small amount of people that he can tolerate. He's real weird like that. But he's a really good guy though.
Yeah, I don't
He's a
like
really
people either.
good-
No, I kind of don't.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's funny. It's funny. People tell me they're like, like especially when I'm DJing. I've had people walk to me. Are you enjoying this? Are you having a good time? I'm like, yeah. Why? Well, it's just the way you look. I'm like, yeah, I look like an asshole, but I'm really not. I can't.
I'm concentrating.
Yeah, I can't help the way I look, man. That's just the way I look. But,
You like what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
but
they slaving me on this.
I mean, it's just it's weird, but I'm a people person, but at the same time, I'm one of those is like, if you don't talk to me, I'm not gonna go and
Yeah,
approach you and start
yeah.
talking to you. But once I get comfortable with you, obviously you guys can see I don't shut up. But,
I don't think we needed to be here most of the time.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna go home.
he's like, whose show is this?
No, it's good. I think it's time to wrap
it?
it up.
All right, guys. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for the drink and the
Man,
coffee
Thank you
and
for showing up and
all the hospitality.
Definitely.
You still
I'm
got
sorry.
drink in there? God damn.
I
He's
told you I was
sipping
gonna
it.
sip on it, man. I enjoy my drinks, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
You get the flavors, man. You don't know nothing
Yeah.
about that, You're a virtual DJ guy.
Yeah, that's right.
he said all
I
that.
shoot that shit.
He said all that just to.
Yeah.
Get you in your one nut.
Oh, he's not just a virtual DJ. He's also a quesadilla eater.
That's right. I love my quesadillas.
With hot sauce, and he doesn't eat hot sauce.
Shoot.
God dog it, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that sucks. You got neutered, man.
Emotional damage.
Quesadilla.
Oh, man.
That's how rumors get started.
Yeah, hey, that's how rumors get started.
That's exactly how they get started.
Do that.
Who- what Pete? Oh, the one, no nut Pete.
The no ovary one.
Oh, God.
Check out my ovaries. What can I say?
One of them, right?
They pulled them in.
I told the doctor, while you're in there, go ahead and tie my tubes.
Might as well, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Well, guys,
Oh,
thanks for
Carlos
having me,
says,
man.
que rico.
Qué rico.
That's the Carlos we were talking about.
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to meet Carlos now.
I think you do. In a dark
think you
alley.
do.
Nah.
He's the only DJ that came out to a song.
Yeah.
Guess which one? I'm coming out.
Oh.
I'm coming out.
What was that? What was that one? Pluma Gay or whatever it was called. Remember that song?
Pluma, what?
I wouldn't know.
No,
Yeah.
it was a song. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
of
about?
course.
Yeah. It was,
Which
it was
one?
called Pluma Gay.
Gay. What's
Who
the
was
guy's
that?
name?
I don't know this song.
I don't either.
It was definitely pretty gay.
It's
though.
a merengue though. It's a merengue song, right?
Oh, see, I heard it more like an EDM song. But,
Oh, okay.
Probably
but,
remake.
but it was definitely a gay song. It was, I mean, it makes it pretty obvious.
Carlos,
Es con voz Catalina.
Is he? Is
you
he
tricked
gonna,
me on that song.
Is he gonna put in big bold letters? I know that song. Is he gonna do that or? I mean,
No, he's saying I tricked him to the.
Yeah, tell you, I'm coming
Oh,
out.
we played a song for him, Caballo Homosexual de las Montañas.
I don't even know that song.
I don't know.
He just
so
posted that.
hilarious.
He just posted
Yeah, yeah,
emojis.
That day, for some reason, I was listening to TikTok, and somebody posted a song called Caballo Homosexual de la Montaña.
Is that even a song? Really?
Yeah, it is a song.
Really?
It
We
is
played it
funny.
on here.
Wow.
It says, ningún animal se escapa.
Look at my man, boy, he's getting all of it. Look at him. Yeah, dog, man. He killed that thing, man.
Chúpale, papi,
Somebody,
chúpale, chúpale,
somebody
pichón.
get a picture of that, man. 'Cause there's
Somebody
nothing
clip
left,
it.
dude. He's smoking the ashes, man.
I still have my little tronco.
He wasn't talking about you, Pat.
Mine's smaller.
Centimeter Peter.
Smaller.
Se mamó. He lost it already.
Centimeter
Yeah,
Peter,
what
that's
are you
the best
taking?
one.
What are you taking shots of over there? God damn.
Orange juice.
Okay.
Chúpalo, G-Man.
Ya está.
All right, man.
quieren verlo, quieren verlo.
Before I die over here of laughter.
Yeah.
Damn, Carlos is all excited.
About the Peter meter?
Ya lo prendí.
Carlos is like,
Ya se prendió.
Se vino, but
This was fun, guys. I appreciate you guys having
oh,
me, man. It was,
thanks
it was
for coming,
fun.
man. Appreciate
Maybe I'll come back another time.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you will.
Yeah, man.
oh,
We'll talk about
As
Pete
long
virtual
as-
DJ again. You know?
exactly. That's your waiting.
At your way in. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Good night.
All right,
Yes.
damn. Centimeter Peter. That was a good 15 plus. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining
Peace,
us. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And
you,
you
sir, for
guys
coming
have
out.
a wonderful night. See you next week.
Hasta Dios.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Nos vemos.
You got
Still
the
online.
outro?
Yeah.
Arriba, arriba, abajo, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, al centro y adentro.